going to exist in between the lines of Banana Bowl? Well, fast forward, May 2025, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Game number 2 in the history of the Texas Tailgaters. It's showdowns. It's the party animals. It's Jimmy Lewis versus Reese Hampton, up 6 points to 5. Reese sends one down the left field line. It's tailing foul. A fan sticks his glove out and catches the foul ball, and the Texas Tailgaters win their first ever game in the history of their franchise by a fan-caught foul ball. Now, Cincinnati, Ohio, 3 weeks later, first big league stadium. Marcos Castillo reining in the right center field gap and has it for out number 2. It's that team in yellow. It's a big league stadium. It's the first time either one of those things are happening in the Texas Tailgaters history. Can they beat the Bananas, and can they win in a big league ballpark? What say you, Marcos Castillo? For out number 3, did the same thing as he did on out number 2, a jumping, leaping, diving grab in the right center field, and the Texas Tailgaters victorious for the first ever time over the Savannah Bananas. Now, one of our favorite things we got to do all last year, we're going to do it all this year, we're going to do it hopefully for all of our existence, is tailgating. The Tailgaters tailgate, and well, we play wiffle ball at the tailgate, and poor Jimmy Lewis struck me out on 3 pitches. Still having a good old time there in Philadelphia. So much fun. One of our favorite tailgates we got to go to in 2025. As we go to one of our favorite tailgates, to our favorite series of 2025. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, on the campus of LSU. The Texas Tailgaters trying to earn their first ever sweep in their history. Jordan Hussein, oh my goodness, behind the back trick play in showdowns. The first unofficial trick play in the history of showdowns, and the Texas Tailgaters swept Baton Rouge on the back, quite literally, of our captain, the Texas kid, Jordan Hussein. Now, same scenario, 2 weeks later, to finish out the college tour in Starkville, Mississippi, in the home of Mississippi State. Reese Hampton, yet again, sends one high in the sky. Jordan Hussein trying to track it down. Can't quite track it down in the air, but can track it down. Send it to Indiana Stanley, who tags out Reese Hampton for the final out of the ball game as the Texas Tailgaters spoiled the final game of the Party Animals headliner tour in 2025 as they won it 4-3. Then it was time to go to Texas as we began our headliner tour. John Reed, game 2 in Texas and win number 1. The Texas Tailgaters, their first win in the Lone Star State by a final score of 3-2. And where else a better way to do it with a better left-handed arm than John Reed over those boys in black and pink. First of 2 wins in Texas, the second coming a few weeks later in Round Rock, where John Reed yet again able to get the final out in a 4-2 victory over those Party Animals to close out the 2025 Texas Tailgaters headliner tour. However, the 2025 season not complete as the Texas Tailgaters are playing their first big league stadium in the state of Texas in Indiana Stanley, that first Texas Tailgater Tater as he sent one into the Crawford boxes and a big-time long ball from Indiana Stanley, who led the Tailgaters with 4 home runs in 2025. The final Tailgater go yah-yah in 2025 was Zach Watson off of Dakota Stilts All-Britain in Houston into the Crawford boxes, and what a way to end the 2025 World Tour in the Lone Star State and in a big league ballpark. The 2026 season started off with a banger for the Texas Tailgaters as last weekend at Florida State in front of 60,000 people, Chris Clark told everybody he was Braxton Keith, and then threw the camera on the ground. The 3rd overall pick in the 2026 Banana Ball Player Draft was having a time, as was Taj Porter during our first run silly of the night. But then our first trick play of 2026 came from our 6th round draft pick, Brett Donnie Allen. The wonder from down under goes between the legs with Nigel the Crocodile on his bill, and then a little backflip action to leave in between the lines. The action only continued to pick up after that when Dakota Stilts All-Britain sent an absolute dart to third, and then Jordan Bart said, I got time to do a trick play. The dive and grab, book it, and then the trick play as well, book it from JB. Perhaps the coolest moment of the night was Travis Munoz hitting the first home run in Tailgaters history in a football stadium, and then he had this to say.
You just hit a home run in front of 60,000 people. How do you feel?
Well, Brett, it's plain and simple. I'm the best there ever is. I mean, I wake up in the morning and I piss excellent. I'm a big, hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last.
And then we went to Frisco, where I met my new best friend and the official mascot of the Texas Tailgaters. It's Grub, wearing a blue cowboy hat, that big old tail on his back, and a man who can eat every single piece of food at the tailgate. The official unveiling of the Tailgaters mascot had waited for a while, but something we've seen a whole lot is our shortstop, Jordan Hussein, doing stuff like that. I mean, come on, Fiverr. Wearing a cowboy hat with the feather, the Texas kid, the captain, and arguably one of the best shortstops defensively in all of Banana Ball. So good we had to see it again, but we're not showing you the same play right here. Yes, Jordan Hussein, 5 trick plays last Saturday night in Frisco. This his 5th right here. A bare-handed catch for out number 2 in the top of the 9th inning. But the best moment of the night did not come from defense, but rather offense. Take it away, Ryan Stone.
Kyle Kmart Martin! Who else would you want? In the biggest moment to this point of the Tailgaters season, down by 1 point in the bottom of the ninth, backs against the wall, against CJ Williams. 1-0. Big on big. Kmart out to left field. TA going back at the fence. It's gone! It's gone! It's gone! Kyle Mart's first home run in the sport ties us up at 3 apiece. Where else would you rather be? An elbow taco! The first earned run CJ Williams has ever conceded. This is Banana Ball!
The moment, never too big in the ninth, but what about in showdowns? CJ Williams, Nick Lopez, bottom of round number 1. How would it end?
Lopey over the head of Gideon Antle. It's gonna roll for a while. Gideon's got good wheels. Get on your horse, Lopey. Get on your horse. Antle finally gets to it. Lopey's on third. An 80-grade arm sails over the head. Tailgaters win. Tailgaters win. Tailgaters win. Nick Lopez walks it off 4-3, and we are so back in the Lone Star State.
After going 4-4 over their final 8 games heading into the Banana Ball Open, something caught fire within the Texas Tailgaters, and specifically their 33-year-old superstar, Kyle Martin, in Game 1 against the Firefighters.
Here for the Texas Tailgaters, and Kmart sends one deep center field. Kmart with another long ball. Welcome to the action here in the Banana Ball Open.
First of 2 home runs for Kmart in the Open, and then Sunshine provided us the play of the year.
Mason Maxwell, hard hit, Sonny dives out, trick play, oh, it's a double trick play! Is that the play of the year? Jonathan Sunshine Looters lays out, between the legs bucket, throws it to first, Taylor Justice between the legs bucket. That was psychotic! This is Banana Ball!
And from arguably the play of the year to the play that helped win the Tailgaters the Equalizer Point and win the ball game on Friday night.
McDowell over to J5, between the legs, and that's the Equalizer Point for the Tailgaters. Double trick play. Book it, and just like that, the Texas Tailgaters, off the backs of the Texas kid and Taylor Justice, win the Equalizer Point. It's vitally important.
With a win on Friday night against the Firefighters, the Tailgaters faced off in Game 1 of the Banana Ball Open Championship against those Savannah Bananas. And how about a start to it from Jordan Hussein, a little Book it there on a 6-4, 6-3 double play. You've never seen anything like that in your entire life. And then, we hadn't seen this yet this year either. Jordan Bart hits his first home run in his banana ball career, en route to putting the Tailgaters up 2-0 there in the third inning. Feeling really good about those boys in blue and orange. Now let's feel a little bit better. 8th inning, need 3 trick plays to win the Equalizer Point. Book it. That is now 13-12 in the trick play category. Bouncer, Taylor Justice, tough play. Joe Sperone loses the cowboy hat. Book it yet again. 13 trick plays apiece to get the final out of the inning. Taylor Justice bounces it off the turf like LaMelo, and that's how the Tailgaters win the Equalizer Point. And then, here's how they won the ball game.
With the game on the line. High fly ball, deep out to right center field. Watson on his horse. He doesn't get there as it bangs off the wall. Ty Jackson will score easily. Oberst looking for 3 bases. He's out. Perfect relay by Jordan Hussein. Fantastic deep by Jordan Barth. And the Tailgaters hang on 3-2 winners.
What do you know about that Jordan connection? And the Texas Tailgaters come in here and upset the namesake of the sport to win Game 1 of the first ever Banana Ball Open.
And from a Game 1 victory to winning the whole thing the very next day.
Tailgaters putting this in the hands of their all-star from a season ago in Nick Lopez. The 0-2. That's hit well. Deep out to left. Alexion is on his horse. It settles on the warning track. Lopez around second. Reese gets to the ball. Lopez around third. No relay. Nick Lopez clinches a playoff spot for the Texas Tailgaters.
And the boys in blue and orange are going to lock in a playoff spot 6 months early. Nick Lopez, the man who won all the showdowns last year for the Tailgaters, comes up in the biggest spot of his Banana Ball career. We'll see you in October.
We just never gave up, man. Even the locker room, we're talking. We're going to beat these guys. They got us last year and the first couple games this year, but we never gave up. That's the difference.
Slamarillo, Armadillo, Amarillo. Banana Ball in 3. A good Saturday evening to you here from the helium capital of the world, Tree City, USA, and Ragtown. All affectionate ways to describe beautiful Amarillo, Texas, where last night the boys from the beach lived up to the Comeback Nuts nickname, plating 4 in the final frame to defeat the Texas Tailgaters 6-4. A windy welcome from Amarillo as we ask y'all to come on in and stay a while. He is the voice of Loco Beach. I'm Brett Loftus. So happy you're choosing to join us here on your Saturday evening. Last night, 6-4, Loco Beach victorious AJ Swiatek. And it was big because of all the long balls. They had 3 of them to be exact, including a 3-run yaya from Tanner Allen at the top of the night, his second of the ball game.
What do Big Justice and Big AJ say? The boom's still here, and we're still bringing it. Loco Beach, a trio of long balls in a place where the ball flies like no other.
They call it a boom box. They call it Slamarillo. 325 down the lines. The wind here is like no other. Our very own Rex Castillo got to go around the complex earlier this weekend and got to figure out why, just why, this was such a big boombox here at Hodgetown. Rex, why is that?
Hey, thanks, guys. Yep, we are here in downtown Amarillo at the beautiful Hodgetown Stadium, the site of Banana Ball for this weekend. This is actually the first time this Panhandle, Texas city has hosted our sport, so we wanted to take a closer look at our home for this weekend. This $45 million baseball stadium was opened in 2019 and is now home to the AA affiliate for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And the name is actually pretty interesting as well. Hodge honors Jerry Hodge, a former Amarillo mayor and philanthropist who spearheaded the effort to bring pro ball back to the Panhandle. And town actually honors prairie dog culture. Let me explain. When a bunch of prairie dog communities come together, they're a town. And officials hope that this stadium could be a gathering place for the community in downtown Amarillo. And did you know that one of Amarillo's nicknames is actually Bomb City? That could apply to this ballpark as well. Fans here at the Sod Poodle games saw an average of 3 home runs leave the park per game. Guess what? Banana Ball hit that average last night.
EO puts a charge into it. To deep left field. That ball's gone. Grade A swing. Oh, Terrell. Deep center field.
He did it.
Tanner Allen, one of your buddies, goes yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll hear about that while we're having steak dinner this week.
TA, deep right field. Tanner Allen, let's go. Tanner Allen, are you kidding?
Well, it was all coconuts last night. Could the Texas Tailgater Bats wake up today? We'll find out. We got 2 more games between the Coconuts and the Tailgaters in front of back-to-back sold-out crowds right here in Amarillo, and I can't wait to see what happens. Brett, AJ, back to you.
Thank you, Rex Castillo. Hodgetown indeed is an absolute boombox. 3 home runs hit last night, all of them for your boys in the Teal. And when you look at it coming into this weekend, AJ Swiatek, the Coconuts only had 7 home runs, the least of any team in all of the sport of banana ball. But last night really got themselves going. Tanner Allen, our showman of the night, we'll talk about a little later in the pre-show. And Eric Osberg, how does that ride that momentum in Loco Beach into today?
I mean, you felt like it was a matter of time for this group, right? When you look at Loco Beach, there's just so much professional playing experience. It's clear that Coach Crocco emphasized guys who had been there and done that before in the draft. Eric Osberg's no extension. It was his 2nd home run of the season, and you could just tell he's got more weight in that barrel. In the words of Tate McRae, got a horseshoe around my neck, and I love these boys like a psycho.
4 runs in the top of the 9th, which equated to 4 points. That's one of the 11 rules of our sport of banana ball. Shall we look at the other 10, including that one, here as we roll on in Amarillo, the beautiful rules of banana ball.
Banana Ball is the fastest and most entertaining show in sports. And the 11 rules guarantee the most fans-first experience every second.
Unbelievable!
Welcome to the Banana Ball Championship League.
Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. The team that scores the most runs in an inning wins the point.
It's a walk-off winner.
To the deepest part of the field! Oh my goodness!
With the Equalizer Point, trick plays provide the away team an opportunity to earn a point going into the final inning. And in the final inning, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, Banana Ball has a 2-hour time limit, guaranteeing that every game is fast-paced and action-packed. Rule number 3, no stepping out of the batter's box. If you do, it will result in a strike.
Max stepped out of the box, and because he stepped out of the box, that's it.
Rule number 4, no bunting, because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you'll be thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first base.
Ball 3, Gideon taking off for first, throw from Leroy in time.
Rule number 6, there's no walks. Walks are ball 4 sprints. The batter can advance as far as they want until every position player touches the ball.
Those defenders have touched the banana ball. It is a 4-base sprint to open up the ball game.
Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, foul balls caught by a fan count as an out.
Oh, they caught it! They did! They can't caught it! On the 3rd point! We're doing a showdown!
Rule number 9, the showdowns. In showdowns, the best of the best face off in the biggest moment. One hitter versus one pitcher with one fielder behind him. And the hitter has to score.
Deep to right center! See you later!
Rule number 10, the Banana Ball Challenge rule gives the coaches and you, the fans, a chance to impact a call on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter. Once a game, each team can give any player an at-bat regardless of the lineup. This offers the biggest matchups on the biggest stage.
Big on big. Gamer, let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Get out of here, ball! That thing had a family!
And those are the rules of Banana Ball.
The 11 beautiful rules of the sport of banana ball, all 11 employed here last night in Hodgetown from Amarillo, Texas. A man who really employed some of those key rules last night of the trick plays. His name is Stink Snake. No, his government name is Brett Sanchez. He had a couple trick pitch strikeouts. He spoke earlier with our very own Rex Castillo.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm now here with Brett Sanchez. My friend, you were on fire on the mound. 10 strikeouts, first double-digit strikeout game in banana ball. What was working on the mound for you?
Really everything. I finally threw a changeup for a strike, and I got 2 strikeouts on it, which was an awesome feeling. And Chris Clark, who's starting tonight, who's our big donkey, had 9 strikeouts, so I had to try to beat him.
So the competition is on in the bullpen. Of course, CC is taking them out. Have you given them any tips? Because this ballpark's known for letting the ball rock out of here. A lot of home runs are hit in this ballpark. Have you given your bullpen any tips on how to handle the situation against the Coconuts today?
I really went down to the bullpen and talked to Donnie and Jimmy, and it was just throw it in the zone and make the Coconuts hit it out of the park. If we don't walk people, we're a really good pitching staff. So it'll be really fun to see whenever we all get in the zone how good we could really be.
This bullpen is also, they're turning over a lot of trick plays, a lot of strikeouts. When you guys are dialed in, how good can you really be?
We could be the best team in the league. We have the best defense, we have the most power bats, and our 3 starting pitchers are the 3 best starters in the league as of right now. So when we put it all together, we're going to be really hard to beat.
It's going to be pretty crazy to see if the Texas Tailgaters put it together tonight. Again, trying to bounce back after that comeback win against the Coconuts. But you also may have set the record for Brett Loftus saying, thank you, on the broadcast, and I was kind of jealous, Brett. So I'm going to hand you the mic. Can you teach me how to do the signature dance?
Yeah, I got you. Right. So you throw the pitch. Strike 3. The indicator is the glove. The glove is the crowd pleaser. You throw the glove. The crowd is watching the glove. While they're watching, you turn around, grab your ankles, and then squat. And then by the time the glove gets to the ground, they see you doing that, and they're like, oh my God. They're like, oh my God. So I don't know how it stuck with me, but I love it.
We in Banana Land love it too. All we can say to Brett is thank you. Sorry, Mom, but we're so happy about this. Brett, AJ, back to you.
Thank you, Rex Castillo. Oh, man, I wonder when that guy came to Banana Ball, he thought he'd be showing his rump on the Texas Tailgaters YouTube channel. 10 strikeouts, as Rex pointed out there, the most of any Banana Baller this season. And now Chris Clark looks to match that here tonight. However, we can't talk about tonight without talking about the comeback that was last night here in Amarillo. Let's roll those Game 1 highlights. Here, the first ever Banana Ball game in the Yellow Rose of Texas. And it started out with a walk-off ball for Sprint for Taylor Justice and the boys in those wind stripes last night, leading 1-0 after frame number 1. You're not deja vu all over again. It's Jordan Barth with a walk-off RBI single that was ruled as an error in real time, but then ruled as an RBI single here today. 2-0. The boys in blue and orange lead it, and then Brett Sanchez. Thank you. Yep, run that back. Thank you. One more time. Thank you. I mean, I can continue to say it, unless, AJ, you want to mix one in here.
I mean, it was a 10 strikeout night for Brett Sanchez. First guy to get into the double digits, but when it mattered most, Tanner Allen and Loco Beach saw the bats come alive. This is a team that trailed for 8 2/3 of last night's ball game. In the top of the 6th, TA, 2-run shot to pull it a bit closer. But again, this is a Texas Tailgaters team that came out of the gate sprinting and held on to the lead all the way into the 9th. This Eric Osberg opposite field home run didn't equate to any points because the Tailgaters offense was alive and well themselves. We see why this place is called a launch pad. 3 home runs, all in favor of the teal and orange. The biggest came in the top of the 9th inning when it mattered most. Tanner Allen and the Loco Beach Coconuts again showed why they've been coined the comeback
Before
kings.
we get there, though, Sunshine, first ever extra base hit on the unicycle. What a special moment from that guy. Off of C.J. Williams, nonetheless. Bottom of the 8th inning. They lead it 3-2. Sunshine fired up. Already 1 run in the top half of the inning for the Coconuts. Sunshine puts the pushing run at second. And then this happened.
Touch them all. Tanner Allen. 2 outs, runners on, trailing by 1. TA, his second home run of the night, 4th of the season. That's tied for the league lead. The former SEC Player of the Year and national champion has hit all 4 of his big flies without a shirt on. So ladies like the tarps off. Tanner Allen likes it because it helps him mash. Went 2 for 4 an evening ago, 5 RBI. The Coconuts weren't able to secure the equalizer point, but secured the victory to move to 5-7.
Actually 2 for 5 last night. Had a ball 4 sprint, couple home runs, 5 RBI, and also, I mean, again, was just special in left field, making a final out there. I mean, it was a great night all around for those Coconuts. You see it. They didn't end up getting Banana Ball. They scored 9 runs compared to the Tailgaters 6. Didn't out-hit the Tailgaters, didn't out-trick play them, but outscored them in both points and runs because the majority of those points came in the 9th inning, and it was via the runs. Tanner Allen, our showman of the game last night. Another guy who was very, very special. Had 4 of the 7 trick plays for the Loco Beach Coconuts last night, and a guy who has innovated the way that he has done trick plays. He plays second base. He wears number 2. He's my good friend Sal Jacobo. Spoke with my other good friend Rex Castillo earlier today.
Hey guys, here with one of the players who have some of the best handles in the game right now, Sal Jacobo. Sal, what is it about the opportunity to do a trick play that excites you so much out there in the field?
I think I'd love just challenging myself defensively. I think like trying to just make something cool happen. I feel like I've always been a flashy player when it came to my defensive skills and just my whole baseball career. And being able to bring that and amplify it in Banana Ball and be able to like give a show for the fans, I think is just like the best part about it.
Putting on a show for the fans, there are some trick plays that maybe those of us who've watched Banana Ball pretty frequently are familiar with, but you're taking it to the next level. Why is innovating so important to you?
I think just people like get used to guys just going between the legs, and I feel like when you come to like Jesse Cole preaches this, is he always wants to bring something new to every show, and I think trick plays in that is included. So yes, like as cool as a between the legs transfer is and as difficult as it is, being able to like amplify that and innovate that is what's going to evolve this game in the future.
So gotta ask, anything special you're cooking up that you can tell us right now?
Not that I can tell you. I'm gonna have to just show you tonight. So.
And that's a big reason why you have to watch Loco Beach. But hey, with you and the Coconuts, when you guys are trailing in a game, the vibes stay high. Do you guys like playing spoilers sometimes? Because you had that pretty great comeback against the Tailgaters last night.
Yeah, I think we love coming back. We're such a come from behind team that I think we honestly, our energy elevates once we're in the 9th inning, an 8th or 9th inning, even if we're down or we're tied, because we just know that our offense is gonna be firing at all cylinders. Our defense is gonna be firing at all cylinders, and that we know that like anything can happen in Banana Ball. Banana Ball is like it always comes down to the final inning, and with us, like you gotta hold on to that final inning, or else Loco Beach is coming for it.
And that's why you have to watch the entire Loco Beach game. This guy, best handles in the game, but can't get any secrets out of him. AJ, Brett, back to you.
Salamander. If I may, I know we have to get the keys to the game, and we will. Let's just keep those up for a while. Salamander last year, as you point out in his interview as a party animal, just between the legs, 95% of his trick plays. This year, and as he mentioned it, our fearless leader, the creator of Banana Ball, Jesse Cole, talks about all the time, is always plussing the experience. And that is exactly what Sal has done this year, and that's how he's landed himself top 5 in trick plays, which leads us to our keys to success. I mean, AJ, we can talk about all these on the screen, but I think the one that doesn't pop out on the screen because it's not there, it's going to be paramount for these Coconuts to try to win the equalizer point today.
I mean, yes, it is important. And don't get me wrong, it's a big part of the game. But Loco Beach showed last night a winning formula without needing the equalizer point. And it came because they filled up the strike zone, they were smart on the bases, and they worked quality plate appearances. That is what has been the consistent message in Loco Beach's 5 wins this season. It's come when pitchers are throwing strikes, when batters are forcing opposing pitchers deep into counts. And I mean, you even saw it in the 9th inning, right? Eric Osberg lead things off with a character plate appearance. Ball 4 sprint. When there's runners on, it's a lot harder to work efficiently in Banana Ball. So when pitchers are throwing strikes and opposition pitchers aren't doing the same, it's typically a recipe for success. Brett, bats go boom?
Bats go boom, man. We didn't hit a home run last night. Didn't win the ball game. Tailgaters lead the league in home runs still at 17. You have to hit home runs if you're these Tailgaters. they translate to wins. I don't know what it is, momentum, whatever it is. When you put the ball out of the yard for the Tailgaters, usually hit home runs. Getting tricky with it. Same thing we're just talking about. Tailgaters have yet to give up an equalizer point this year as the home team. That remained true last night. I think that's a big key of success for them today. And then patience is a virtue. It goes same. You see them there on the screen. The first one for the Coconuts, the last one for the Tailgaters. Patience is a virtue. The Tailgaters must take their ball four sprints when you're getting free bags last night. It led to their first point. Walk-off ball four sprint for Taylor Justice last night. These keys are a lot. Being smart on the bases could apply to both teams. Jacob Pippersick stole 3 bags last night for the Tailgaters. For the Coconuts, they were a perfect 3 for 3 as a team on the bases last night. And then quality plate appearances, again, the same thing as patience as a virtue. Those are the keys to success for the boys from Texas and the boys from the beach here tonight in Amarillo. 3 game sets too, AJ Swag. Pitching is also a key to success for both the 2 teams here in Amarillo and the 2 teams in Greenville this weekend.
I mean, absolutely, right? You start to have to stretch out your staff. It becomes much more pivotal to work efficiently on the mound, and that's what Loco Beach did last night. Only used 3 pitchers. It opens the door today for Austin Krasminski, the starter, to really just feel comfortable out there and eat innings before he has to go to a follow-up act. And Chris Clark, we're very familiar with what he's able to do with the Tailgaters. In the open, he was a huge factor in that eventual championship win.
Beautiful Hodgetown Stadium here in Amarillo, Texas. And the Coconuts coming out on the third baseline. The Tailgaters on the first baseline. It's Anna, the Texas two-stepper, on the microphone. It seems as if these fans need to get up and active in the fan warm-up.
7-year-old Case. All right, Miss Case. It's time to warm these fans up. Now, whatever you do, all 7,000 fans are gonna do. Are you ready? Yeah! You heard her, let's go! All right, clapping those hands! Ooh, a little bit of disco, taking it old school, y'all. Oh, the sprinkler. A little bit of hey, baby, some practice for later, y'all. Oh, she brought her lasso. We got a true tailgater right here. Oh, some jumping jacks. This just became a workout. And we clap those hands. All right, Amarillo. Let me hear it one more time, nice and loud for Miss Case.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and parking lot party people from around the world. Tonight, you and thousands of your friends here live, millions more watching at home have gathered to witness something that frat boys across the country could only ever dream of. From parking lots to 80-foot yachts, from backyard grills to a stadium that thrills, the pregamers come from every corner of the globe to witness this. But this is not baseball. No, this is the arena where these Texas two-stepping, tradition upsetting, big hit-getting ball players await the opening of the gate to deliver a Texas-size beatdown to whoever lines up across from them. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, well, it looks like the Loco Beach Coconuts are about to find out why you don't mess with Texas. But no, this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another night at the ballpark. No, this game is baseball by birth. But it's fruit by name and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. So now is the time for all 7,000 people here in Amarillo, Texas, to get up on your feet and give me your voices. This is the greatest pregame in sports, and it never ends because this is Banana Ball.
The starting lineup for your Texas Tailgaters. Your designated hitter, number 9, Nick Lopez. In center field, number 2, Zach Watson. At second base, number 27, Kyle Martin. At third base, number 6, Jordan Bard. At catcher, number 85, Taylor Justice. At first base, number 11, Mac Danford. The extra hitter, number 26, Taj the Quad Father Porter. In right field, number 28, Jose Gonzalez. In left field, number 3, Jason Art. At shortstop, number 5, Jordan Hussein. The starting pitcher, number 44, Chris Clark. The Texas Tailgaters are coached by head coach Joe Mikulik, assisted by Coach Penny and Coach Andrew, father of the tailgate Bartman.
All my wives, the traffic jams are just something women like about a pickup man.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise if able, remove your caps, and join us in honoring America with the singing of tonight's national anthem. Please welcome Robin Stevenson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Amarillo, Texas, give it up for Robin Stevenson.
Dirt dusted around, winds a blowing, and banana ball's about to be a playing. It's the Loco Beach Coconuts. It's the Texas Tailgaters, both standing at 5-7 in the Banana Ball Championship League standings. Those boys in red, white, and blue have already locked themselves into the playoffs. But the momentum that the boys from the beach are trying to ride from a 6-4 victory a night ago cannot be understated. And that's why You shouldn't change that dial ever. Thank you so much for joining AJ Swiatek, myself, Brett Loftus, right here on the Texas Tailgaters YouTube channel. And why don't we take a look at how those boys in red, white, and blue will line it up defensively here tonight. Very similar to where they rolled out last night. Again, all those certain stars in those certain places. Jose Brother Gonzalez will be in right field. Honestly, the best defensive middle infield duo in all of the Banana Ball Championship League right there up the middle. Sonny and Jordan Hussein, 1 and 2 in trick plays, 130, still the most in all the Banana Ball Championship League as a team. Taylor Justice, who was at first base last night, moves behind home plate tonight. Mac Danford over at first, Jordan Barth at third. But who's joining Mr. Justice in the battery this evening? None other than the best starting pitcher as a first-year Banana Baller in this sport. He's 6'8", 255 pounds, and he throws absolute fuzz. He was the 3rd overall pick in the inaugural Banana Ball player draft. And his name, Chris Clark. A 1.02 ERA, the best of any starting pitcher in Banana Ball this season. He threw 5 innings where he peeled the banana all the way to the bone last Sunday afternoon in the Banana Ball Open. And tonight, he told me his goal, 11 strikeouts, because Brett Sanchez had 10 last night.
Well, Chris Clark's a guy who garners a lot of respect from every opposing team in this league, and for good reason. When we look at the Loco Beach lineup, I spent a lot of time with these guys in the last 24 hours, and they have so much respect for what Chris Clark does on the hill. However, I mean, they swing it with the best of them as well. Tanner Allen, Ben Parker, Dane Tofflin at the top of the order, all hitting over 350. Then you get to the heart with Jordan Brewer, Ashby Vining, and the 10-year professional Eric Osberg. Peyton Chatagnier, the only player in the lineup hitting below the Mendoza line. And it's hard to find an 8, 9, and 10 more lethal than that.
There's a grill on the field, but there doesn't seem to be a lighter. Coach Bart now has a microphone. We're awaiting them. I know you guys are all awaiting at home as well. Tanner Allen, he's not waiting to take his shirt off tonight. Started the ball game without the jersey last night, but going to start with it off here this evening. Coach Bart has that mic. Mix ready to go. Let's start that grill, fellas.
All right, Amarillo, you ready to start this party? In Banana Ball, we like to say start the clock. But here in Tailgater country and in the great state of Texas, we're going to say light the grill. So help me out on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Light the grill. Showtime.
You know, Mick sticks his hand a little too far in that grill. Nonetheless, it has started. We're ready to play Banana Ball here in Amarillo. Big CC versus Tanner Allen. 2 of the best Banana Ball players you will ever see. The National Player of the Year in 2021 in Mississippi State and TA, Chris Clark, played 7 years of minor league baseball, reaching AAA for the Chicago Cubs. First pitch, a called strike from Kelly Dine, right on time, 7 p.m. Central Time here in Amarillo. The boom box, that is Hodgetown, as Rex Castillo told you all about it in the pregame show. Wind is blowing in at roughly 7 to 16 miles per hour here this evening. Ball and 2 now on TA.
You notice Tanner Allen's back. Caden Bowler has taken it upon himself to make that his job. He writes on TA's back every day, and then after the game in the clubhouse, it's 10 to 15 guys trying to scrub it off.
Of course Caden would take that upon himself. 1-2, misses up and away, 2-2.
I mean, after wiping out on the bowler board last night, he had to make himself valuable.
Man. I don't know what's worse, seeing that or Peyton Chatagnier slipping running past first on that ball.
Win's a win.
A win is a win is a win. Oh, my gosh. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we have nets at these ballparks now. That could have smoked a lovely Banana Ball fan right in the face, all 7,000 of them here at Hodgetown this evening. A lively bunch. High chopper, Randy Voss. Oh my gosh, talk about almost eating it. He almost ate it right there going for that foul ball. Randy Voss at third tonight. Reggie Liggins at second. Hector Gonzalez, the first base umpire. Kelly Dye, the first ever full-time female umpire in Banana Ball, calling balls and strikes. Got it! Backwards K for CC, the first of many here tonight to begin the ball game.
And get used to seeing that as well. He's a guy who likes to let you know he struck you out. He says, Tanner, get back to the dugout on this offering that just backdoored its way into the zone. I mean, that is filthy. It moves like a Frisbee.
Going out the same way I came in through the back door. Foul number 1. Ben Parker, 1-0. Pumps, got back over 400 last night. On base percentage at .526. For a man built like a Greek god, he gets on base better than Tony Gwynn. If you don't know Tony Gwynn, Google. Please do. .338 career batting average. I'm going to teach y'all something about a little baseball tonight. I know we're talking about banana ball. Chris Clark, he reminds me of a right-handed Randy Johnson, if that would ever existed here in banana ball.
He's got the frame for sure.
He's got the mustache, too. Pumps, ready to run on the sprint instead of called strike 3-1.
Something I want to point out here is how important it is to get Chris Clark's pitch count up early. He just pitched a week ago. I talked with Joe Mikulik before the game. He said he's looking at about a 55 pitch count limit on Clark today. So the longer you can work these ABs, the better.
Chopper left side, JB behind the bag, not able to get it out. Trick play missed on Jordan Barr.
Ben Parker needs to buy a lottery ticket. Last night he hit a ball that didn't get past the pitcher's mound and turned into a double where he reached third. This, I mean, he's dead to rights, and that's a play that we're so used to seeing Barth make. He just couldn't get the transition.
You know, would have been close play there if JB would have got the ball out, but nonetheless, trick play missed. Pumps, who's got good speed over there at first. Now Dane Toffler. Big Maple, as he's referred to as. Love this dude. Got another hit last night. Talk about batting averages. Look at the one he has.
I had a hilarious conversation with Dane. You know that even though he's from Canada, he actually does not like maple syrup.
I thought you was going to tell me he didn't speak Canadian. About to say, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, AJ Swiatek.
No, he said he eats his pancakes with yogurt instead of syrup.
Gets him send one right side. Tailing towards the crowd. Hodgetown, you got one in you? Nope.
Bring a glove. And for that reason, he said he's slowly working on the transition from going by Big Maple to Big Timber.
Like the wood.
Yeah, the wood.
I'm sorry.
You got a favorite kind of wood?
Maple.
Okay. I'm more partial to palm trees.
Of course you'd be. Did you get you a palmetto when y'all were down there in Charleston a few weeks ago, South Carolina?
A what now?
A palmetto tree. It's the official state tree of South Carolina.
Oh, of course.
Sure you did. You didn't even know what it was.
I bought 3 of them.
Trying to learn you something. Ooh. Tell you what, top of the zone, bottom of the zone has been cut off thus far. You really got to go middle if you've been Chris Clark, who's already up to 20 pitches. To AJ's note earlier about working that pitch count, Coconut's doing a good job of it. Got him! CC, another Polche, this time of the swinging type for out number 2.
That's a really good pitch in that spot, and that's where the professional playing experience shows from Chris Clark. Not only did he find the zone, he got the swing and miss. That's the perfect pitch in a full count spot.
My good friend Jordan Brewer, Aquaman. Talk about 2 guys. If you put their pro playing experience together, the 15 years of affiliated ball experience between Clark and Brewer. Brew's still trying to get going. Got a good feeling this weekend is going to put him there. Had a base knock last night. Quickly falls behind here 0-2. Got a funny story about Jordan Brewer if he doesn't strike out here. He doesn't. So today I'm down in the locker room. We were talking to Peyton Chatagnier again about eating it, rounding first. And he goes, that's the second time you've done that this week. Did it in Savannah in a scrimmage last weekend as well.
He did.
Shotty, you got to fix those cleats. Brew pokes it to right. Brother comes in, back, has it for out number 3. Trick play missed. No harm, no foul. Chris Clark gets out of it, hangs up a 0 as he's done so much this year. As we roll on to the home half, let's go down and check in with the Beefy Boys who are doing that 72-ounce steak challenge.
Fans, we got something cooking up for you right now that could quickly become the most athletic feat you see tonight. Standing to my right, behind home plate, we've got the Beef Daddy who is staring down the Big Texan 72-ounce steak. We are going to give our Beef Daddy 1 hour to complete this challenge. If he does, he'll be nice and full. But if he fails to eat this entire steak in 1 hour, he's going to get a pie to the face, courtesy of our good friend Grub. Amarillo, do we think he can do it? Well, we'll be sure to check back in with Beef Daddy on that 72-ounce steak after we count him down to start in 3, 2, 1, go! A big first bite from the Beef Daddy. It's going to be a long hour, ladies and gentlemen. So if you would now please direct your attention to the infield. We've got some small sheep ready to do a little bit of mutton dusting.
I was talking to Mr. Beef Daddy earlier today, and somebody with some experience of the 72-ounce steak challenge, AJ and myself, told him, hope you didn't eat anything, and he said he didn't. He would later tell me this afternoon he doesn't expect to finish it. Why? He didn't say those exact words. He said he expects to get a pie in the face. So Mr. Beef Daddy will be checking in with him periodically. I'd love to check in with the Coconuts defense and how they'll be lining it up here tonight. Very similar to how they did last night as well. Jordan Brewer on the corners with Dane Tofflin. That trick play duo of Sal Jacobo and Brewer on the right side of the infield is just absolutely wonderful. Ashby Viney behind home plate. And your main man, Austin Krasminski, on the bump there, AJ Swagtail.
Yeah, Austin Krasminski, the number 22 overall pick in the inaugural Banana Ball player draft. 21 guys taken in front of him. He's unfazed. Krem has stepped in and really taken advantage of this opportunity. The former Savannah Banana turned Loco Beach Coconut is slated for the longest outing of his Banana Ball career. Mark Crocco's got him going 4 innings tonight. On the year, Krem, 12 innings of work, allowing 1 earned run per inning. He's a strike thrower, but it comes with contact.
Yeah, more sprints than he has strikeouts so far this year, so obviously not necessarily the stat that's the one you want to point out. Krem, though, Banana Ball vet, didn't give up an earned run after July last year. So, I mean, he's a guy that was with the Savannah Bananas, knows all about the high-pressured moments, facing a really good lineup yet again. Lopez, Watson, Martin here in the first inning. Lopey ropes one. Oh, shotty! Not in time. Infield single, but Peyton Chatagnier, what a play up the middle to keep it on the infield.
And that's kind of the give and take with Peyton Chatagnier. He has such special leather up the middle, but the arm is not what you're used to seeing from a typical shortstop. He spent all of his time at Ole Miss and TCU playing second base. With a guy like Sal Jacobo on the roster, they had to find a place for Chatagnier. The third-round pick plays short. Good stop, but the throw's not enough to get the runner. Winning run now on first.
Inning winning. Zach Watson could power him home. Reached base 3 times last night, couple knocks and hit by a pitch for LSU's finest. Double play ball. Salamander. Glove flip a little high. Reggie Liggins says Lopey was out. Did look like Peyton Chatagnier came back on the bag. So fielder's choice. Trick play there for Sal Jacobo.
And who else would it be but Sal Jacobo to get the trick started tonight? First of the game for the second baseman. Top 5 in the league comfortably in the category. And yeah, Chatagnier, really good body control to get his toes down on the bag before the head first sliding Nick Lopez got in.
Yeah, interesting not to go feet first there on the potential double play ball. Kmart. Daddy hat, 0-1. I expect him to put one out of here. That's my yard card. Putting it down. Got 4 of them in the regular season, had 2 in the open. Behind that fastball now 0-2. And he had dinner with me again this week. He has to hit a home run. The pride of Greenville, South Carolina. Out of the ballpark. Speaking of Greenville, South Carolina, those that have clicked over here to the Tailgaters YouTube page from the firefighters and the clowns during that rain delay, we welcome you in. Welcome to Texas. Waddy takes off. Kmart. If it's fair, it's gone. And it's foul. Oh, man. See that Tailgaters fan sprinting like Usain Bolt trying to go and find that banana ball in foul territory. Tell you what, Kmart might have hit that one back to the 864 in South Carolina. 2-0-2 yet again. Kmart, rope to right field. That's going to land in the gap. Parker has trouble picking it up. Waddy's getting away. And that'll be a walk-off first inning winner from the South Carolina legend, Kyle Martin. And the Tailgaters lead this ball game 1-0.
It's something about matchups between these two teams that the Texas Tailgaters just love to jump and pounce on Loco Beach early. No different a night ago. It's another first inning point for the boys in red, white, and blue tonight. That one came on a rope from Kyle Martin. Not the yard card you called, but that'll play every single time.
Yeah, that ball's blistered about as hard as you can get right there. And that's a good pitch. I mean, up and away. Kmart still pulls it. And a guy who said he never celebrated during his time in pro ball, celebrating right there. Tell you what, Brett Allen and Jimmy Lewis just had a celebration I've been wanting to see for quite some time. Absolutely love that as well. Let's take a look at the top 5 trick play leaders in Banana Bowl. You may be seeing Tailgater, Coconut, ooh, banana, Coconut. 4 of those 5 playing in tonight's game, A.J. Swanton.
Yeah, and I'm going to be really silly because I'm going to point at the one guy who's not. D.R. Meadows, how about an outfielder in the top 5? Everyone else playing infield. D.R. Meadows is something really special on that Bananas defensive front.
This is for D.R. Book it! He's been yelling book it at me all year. One of my good friends, D.R. Meadows. Hope he's watching. Wow, those party animals and Bananas have tonight off up in New York City at Bruin Sound, the right side of the infield, and then up the middle there for Looters and Hussein. I mean, what a trick play duo that the Tailgaters and Coconuts both have, AJ.
It's really valuable, and you see why for specifically the Tailgaters. They've yet to sacrifice an equalizer point. That comes when you have a Sunshine. It comes when you have a Jordan Hussein who are always on the same page. I mean, you've got the 2 trick play leaders in the league in the middle of your infield. That has to make Chris Clark feel that much more confident every time he's on the mound.
Those are your top 5 trick play leaders here in the 2026 Banana Ball Championship League. Chris Clark back out on the ball. How do you hit him, A.J. Swanton?
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. I just saw something during that promo that I don't know I ever want to see
Well, the
again.
people at home didn't have to see it, so we don't have to tell them about it.
Good. Good. Well, I'll tell you what I noticed in the first inning was kind of a little bit of a push-pull. I think it's a trade the Coconuts were okay with taking originally because Mark Crocco had a long talk. Look, Chris Clark is a guy who has earned respect here early. You need to do everything you can, everything in your power to drive that pitch count up. And they were able to do it, but Clark kept the Coconuts off the board in the process. Tailgaters garner a point, and now Clark's pitching with the lead.
My good friend D.R. Meadows is watching tonight's game.
Oh, thanks, D.R.
Hello to all the Bananas and party animals watching from the Big Apple. It's Ashby Viney, the big coconut. In his words, the face of the franchise. Ashby last night, his first ever Banana Ball game, not getting on base safely. As he'll start out 1-0 to Chris Clark.
Me and Ashby spent an hour in the hot tub this morning, and I'll tell you what, with hair that shines like that, it's impossible at this point for him to go in public and not get recognized.
Right center. That one's going to roll a little bit. Waddy cuts it off out on the track. Waddy's got a really good arm. Throw back in, offline, and a hustle double to lead off to second from the face of the franchise.
Hit the scuba, Ashby Vining. Beautifully done. He's replaced on the bases by Armani Henderson, but how about it? Ashby Vining gets to Chris Clark in a big way. It's a leadoff double. This is a guy who attacks early in counts and just gets the barrel to the banana ball. When it matters most, Ashby Vining's a guy you want at the plate. Here's my yard card. Eric Osberg was seeing beach balls last night.
Another couple guys who had nearly a decade of affiliated ball experience. 0-1. We had a blue screen there. If you guys don't know, yes, we are here live in Amarillo. And yes, we do watch the game, but there's a little program monitor that helps us out. Our screen went blue for a moment. I tell you what, when you see something flash in your eyes in the same direction that the banana ball is being played, it's rather jarring. Drake Toll's just pressing buttons, and he's not even here. God forbid. CC, EO, the 0-2. Eric Osberg poked to center field. Zach Watson running grab for out number 1. Armani, a fake tag up as he'll revert back to second.
It's a good swing in an 0-2 spot from Eric Osberg. Drove it to the gap, but Watson covers so much ground out there in center field. Last night it was Indiana Stanley manning that position for the Tailgaters, but Watson steps in and gets the job done, which brings up Peyton Chatagnier amidst a season where he's hitting 189 on base plus slugging just over 540.
Shotty's going to get it going. This one hit towards the crowd. Do we have any Tailgaters to help them out up here? No. Also been given a note as apparently we just have the Brett Loftus hotline, also known as my cell phone. Ty Jackson, hey Pookie, also watching tonight's game.
Well, while we're taking notes, the chat is begging Drake to stop pushing buttons. So Drake, can you please stop?
He's always pushing buttons. I don't know what to tell you guys. He blames me sometimes. It is never my fault. It is always Drake Toll's fault. And that's just the bottom line. Armani Henderson takes off. Throw to third. Ooh, that might be one to look at. They call Armani safe. Tailgaters immediately running out on the field. Joe Mikulik is out there. I would love to see a challenge.
Based on that angle, he does look safe. How about that throw from Taylor Justice, though?
With a right-handed batter.
Exactly, that's what I was getting to. Armani had a great jump, and with the batter in the box, he was able to make it competitive.
Infield now in, 2-1. Peyton Chatagnier, we're talking about him trying to come up big. That's a big spot for him in a hitter's count early in this ball game, trailing 1-0. Ooh, got him. Not the worst thing there if you're the Tailgaters. Already with one out, runners on the corners. Double play ball could end the inning, AJ.
It can, but for Shoddy, when you're in a little bit of a slump like he is, any way on base is a good means to get there. That one must have just barely touched his jersey. And now for Chris Clark, the doctor's ordering something on the ground here from Brett Carson, who did that in the 9th last night.
The Brett Carson RBI single in the 9th, also grounded into a double play last night. Still love me some Brett Carson, man. He'll always have a special place in my heart.
Do you like his spray tan?
We didn't have to say it was a spray tan. It's real.
No, he's proud of it.
On the ground and in the left field. RBI single from B everywhere. Brett Carson is how Loco Beach placed their first run tonight.
Dual threat Brett with a fresh spray tan, sprays one in the left, and there's a run for Loco Beach, and it means it's time to surf up, baby. Look at today, look at the boys, it's go time, it's a score. Your eyes aren't deceiving you, by the way. That's Will Etheridge in a sailor hat, Brett Carson eating a hot dog, and J.D. Urso with freshly dyed teal hair.
You want a fun one, A.J. Swiatek?
Always.
That's just the 3rd earned run Chris Clark has conceded the entire year, and it comes from a former Tailgater. Runners first and second, still only one away. Salamander, poke to right. Brother breaks in, breaks back, has it. Tagging up second to third is Chatagnier. Tag not in time. Throw was there. Shoddy a great slide to advance up 90 feet.
I'm starting to think that we need a new nickname for Jordan Barth, and it's the Deke King. He had me fooled for a second time this week. It did not look like it would be a competitive effort. Good on Chatagnier to still slide in because he had me fooled.
Man who slotted down to the 10 hole tonight, Gideon Antell, who has been on a fire. Just a fire. Continues. RBI single. 2nd run of the inning for the Coconuts.
And for
again,
Gideon Antell,
he's been on a fire.
He has been on a fire. He has. And I'll tell you what, it's a nod of respect from Mark Crocco. He said he views that 10 hole as one of the most important spots in a banana ball lineup. It functions as a secondary leadoff guy to get the line moving when the lineup flips over to a guy like Tanner Allen. Has Chris Clark given up more than an earned run in an inning this season?
Nope.
Well, now he has.
First time that's happened. Top of the order here in Tanner Allen. Trying to keep it moving. Ooh, way behind that fastball. Antell at first. Brett Carson at second. T.A. floated to left. Home to the concourse. Not a fan to catch it. What about that pine toe? Oh, T.A. has a microphone on him. That's subtle foreshadowing. He swings at strike 3. It gets away. Taylor Justice throw to first. Picked by Mac Danford. What a play to get these Tailgaters out of the inning. Another punch out, the 3rd of the night for Chris Clark. And we'll finally stop the bleeding here in the top of the 2nd. What I don't want you guys to stop talking about is Geico. As Geico in the Banana Bowl Championship League are teaming up to send one lucky winner on the ultimate fan experience to the 2026 Banana Bowl Championship game on October the 10th. Win 4 tickets, airfare, hotel, and a VIP on-field player experience. Go to itfeelsgoodtogobananas.com to enter. Again, itfeelsgoodtogobananas.com to enter. Or you can scan the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. That QR code right below the gecko.
That's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
Hey, man, that gecko, tell you what.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the QR code.
Maybe I was. It feels good to go to bananas. Excuse me, it feels good to go bananas.com. You know what else is beautiful? Watching Tanner Allen play banana ball. Last night, 2 yayas made the final out in left field. Again, absolutely incredible ball player. Hit one that probably would have went 470 feet in the sixth if not for that pitiful batter's eye. And then slammed into the swimming pool. And then the ninth inning, Tanner said, "Want to see me do it again?" As he hits a slider out to right field. And TA powers a 4-run in point top of the ninth that en route won the Coconuts the ball game 6-4. And how blessed are we to be joined by a shirtless, painted up, cowboy hat wearing Tanner Allen. How are you, my friend?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Man, we're sitting on a rainbow today, TA.
I heard that.
You could have ran a little bit harder coming out the box.
I know, I got all that stuff on. I didn't want to tear anything up. I got stuff going everywhere.
I know you talked about it a little bit this year. I want you to talk about it right now. The football pearl, where does it come from? Why you do it?
All right, look, so when I was in college, everybody used to make fun of me and say I wore football pants in the game. So when I got here, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw some football pads on under this. How about that?
We talked to Jason Arnn about you last night. I want you to talk about your relationship with Jason and Caden Bowling here this year.
Man, 2 great guys. And like he said last night, all 3 of us love country music. I'm actually loving learning the guitar. Wow, look at Sal.
Oh, Jordan! Bucket, TA!
Yes,
Double
sir.
trick play.
We'll take it.
Wow.
We'll take it.
Jordan Brewer, are you kidding?
It's automatic over there, man. If I did that, y'all would have to come get me out of the hospital later tonight.
Yeah, he's putting it all on risk and all on display. Sal Jacobo, creative. Jordan Brewer, the finisher. I mean, Tanner, does it start to feel routine playing witness to that in left with those 2 on the right side?
Those guys are really, really good at what they do. They work really hard at it, too.
It's a good thing Jordan Brewer's already had a kid. 3-0. You guys lead it in the trick play battle, Tanner. How important have you seen the Equalizer Point to be here in your first year?
No, it's very important. It's very important. I'll tell you what, the Tailgaters, man, they do a really good job of getting a lot of trick plays. They have, at least I watched them last weekend in the Open, man. They were getting them left and right.
Taylor Justice just got hit by a pitch. I want you to turn around and watch this on the video board, TA. Hey, Caden.
He's going to get on camera. He's going to find his way on camera somehow, I promise.
Yep. I tell you what, Caden Bowling. Yep. That guy's always at your house, I hear. You're always at his.
Oh, yeah, we're playing guitar, man. If we're not at the field, we're playing guitar, and I love it. It's one way for me to get away from the game and just really think about only playing guitar.
What are you thinking about?
Just playing guitar.
That's it?
That's it, dude. It's all that's on my mind.
What's so intriguing about playing the guitar?
I love music. And to be honest with you, when I was in high school, I was like, man, who would want to be in the band? And now, fast forward 10 years later, I'm like, dude, this is so cool.
Did you make fun of the people in the band? Man.
I'd be a lot. Please get foul.
That ball's
get
going
foul.
back.
Foul.
And just right of the foul pole.
Yeah, get a taste of your own medicine, baby. I just missed one by 10 feet and swung at something in the dirt.
I'm going to be honest. I think you missed it by a little bit more than 10 feet there, Tanner. But I love the confidence.
That's right.
TA, I want to know, last night, 2 home runs. Where does that rank for you in your all-time performances on a baseball
diamond? That one's up there. That's pretty fun, man. Uh-oh.
McAdoodle sprays it to shallow center.
Nobody.
Jacob Pippersit, the designated runner, now running for Taylor Justice, advances up to second. Now 2 on, here with just 1 out. TA, why are you wearing that cowboy hat? You want to be a tailgater or something?
Here's the thing. I'm from Alabama, right? We got some beautiful beaches down there. And whenever I go to the beach, I always got a cowboy hat or a straw hat on. So that's what I found at a gas station, so don't judge me.
What gas station? What gas station?
I think it was a Buc-ee's.
See, I don't know how you could think it was a Buc-ee's, because that's the one gas station I know for a fact you remember getting that hat.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Ooh, again up the middle. Under the glove of Jacobo. Pippersit trying to come home, pumps, powers up, will be cut off by Sod Poodle. Tailgaters get one back off an RBI single from Taj Porter.
Hey, get us a ground ball right here, baby. We're good.
Hey, you and Taj, you guys do a lot of line dances together. I hear you're a big dancer, Tanner.
Shoot, man. Hey, I'm in what I like to call the dancing development class.
At the DDC.
That's it, baby. I'm the leader of that group.
You're in the DDC, huh?
Yeah,
I seen you with your youth extra large shirt on a couple times doing some line dancing.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. See, my style is always like I like to look athletic because we're athletes, right? We're trying to look professional. But Bowler's trying to get me on this baggy clothes trend, so I'm trying to experiment with it.
I need you to get some cargo pants that are like a size large. Get you some Jordans
I look like a travel ball dad if I do that.
Oh, man. You still got a few years for that.
Yes, sir.
Brother, even at 2 and 2.
We need a punch out right here. What do you say?
I want you to give me your best strikeout call if he gets it.
Sit down, baby. Take a left. I can't say nothing. I got 2 today.
Take a left is crazy.
Hey.
Going real fast and real left, TA.
Yes, sir.
All right, TA, now I want you to turn around the video board, and I want you to talk over this Jason Arndt walk-up. Talk us through it.
He's nervous. Look at him. Look at it. He don't know where to look. Oh. Hey, his goatee looks good. I give him that. He's been trying to slim up a little bit. I think he's doing a good job there. He's got the words. He's doing a good job. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hide your grannies. Ooh, that's pretty nice. All right, now first pitch curveball.
Yeah, you know he's up there swinging.
No doubt.
Hopefully Crunt's on the same wavelength.
Tanner, I think he's going to hit one too.
I wouldn't doubt it. 2 down. He's a pool guy. Oh, he's looking out here at me.
You said he's trying to lose some pounds. Are you trying to say Jason is a bigger guy?
No, he is definitely a strong guy, but he's been telling me, he's like, TA, I got to slim up just a little bit.
Give me your best Jason Arndt My July impression.
Oh, man. You were my... Hey, hold on. He opens his mouth big time when he's got to hang on to it.
All right. So the camera is about down the third base line. I need you to turn a little bit to your right here and do it.
Hold on.
That's right. That's it. That's it right there. Yep. After this pitch. After this pitch.
1-1.
1-1. We can tell you that. All right, right here, TA.
You were my July. It's like wide open mouth, man. I pick on him about it all the time, but he's got to get down there and get it, right?
Oh, 2-1.
Oh, he missed a hitter. He's trying to hit that ball all the way back to Savannah.
All right, if it's another strikeout here, we're not going to say anything. I need your strikeout call, Terrell.
Yep. Yep.
That's it?
That's it.
One more time?
Yep.
One more yep?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Oh, Tanner Allen, you're such a gem, my friend. I'm so happy you're here, Banana Ball.
Man, me too, guys.
Nice elephant on your neck, by the way.
Yeah, the elephant. That lady said, that's a beautiful elephant around your neck. I said, sweetheart, this is a Marlin.
Love you so much, TA.
Thank you so much.
Let's go check in with our beef daddy, who's with Rex Castillo.
Gentlemen, there are moments when we know we're witnessing history. A president gets elected. Jackson Olsen hard launches his relationship, and a man will take down a Texas-sized challenge. We're here with Beefy Boy. 275 pounds of pure manpower against 72 ounces of steak. My friend, how are you the right? He looks scary. Are you the right man to take this down?
Absolutely. If it wasn't him, it would have to be me. Come over here and give me some help, brother. I'm going to just... How we doing? We're ready for it. We're going to take this steak down, just like you guys took down everyone in the inaugural Banana Ball Open. You inspire me to destroy this steak. Oh.
Yeah. Thank you, Brett Sanchez.
Call him Beef Daddy for nothing.
Guys, we're going to be with him all night to see how he does. I like Beefy Boy's chances. Back to you.
You know, I'd love to show a little bit more confidence in Beef Daddy, but he's looking a little rough down there.
It's nothing about Beef Daddy. It's just the fact that we did this all of 24 hours ago, and I know how hard that challenge is. If he gets it done, I'll be surprised.
Hey, man, you want a fun one?
Yeah. Well, again, when do I not want to have a fun time?
This is the first game since Florida State opening night that the Tailgaters have went 2 innings without recording a trick play. The first 2 innings of the ball game.
To me, that sounds like the opposite of a fun one. That's a boring one.
Well, it's a fun one for you.
I mean, Loco Beach is no stranger to coming back. Already a tied game through 2.
Yeah, and the Coconuts sitting in the driver's seat early in the trick play category, up 3-0. 1-0 in Chris Clark. We mentioned it. Pitch count's going to be around 50 to 60 pitches here tonight. And you look at it right now, that was pitch number 43, a called strike to Ben Parker. Bottom of the zone, now being a little bit more favorable to these pitchers. Pumps reached via trick play, missed his first time up.
I was crying laughing today when me and you were trying to size him up in the pro shop.
Yeah, we got to tell the folks that one after this next pitch from Big CC. High chopper. McAdoodle. Behind the back. Oh, threw it behind Chris Clark. Taylor Justice back in the play up. CC says he's fine. And it will be an infield single for Ben Parker. Good news.
Look at that hustle. He looks like a horse.
So, that goes back to our story. We walk in the pro shop today. Wonderful people here in Amarillo in the home of the Sod Poodles.
This is a fun one.
Yeah, it is. 25% discount. So AJ Swiatek, myself, and our lovely producer, Mohawk Mike, we go in the pro shop, and we're looking around. Pumps walks in. I walk up to him, flex my muscles, or lack thereof in comparison to his, and I go, "Hey, man, I heard you like the broadcast." He stares at me, empty, like he's looking into the abyss and goes, "Oh. What, Ben?" I said, "No, Ben." And then I smile. I said, "Ben, I know I heard you like the broadcast. Like, that's what I heard." And he goes, "Oh, are you trying to bully me right now?" I said, "No, I would never do such a thing." So about 5 minutes later, we go to check out in the Sod Poodle store. And then we go up to Ben, and Ben's like, he goes, "Yeah, I watched my walk-up back on the broadcast last night. It's sunshine." Oh, can't make the play. No big deal. He'll scurry over, throws it to second between the legs, book it. First trick play of the night is a fielder's choice. Just to finish the note on that story. Go up to Ben, he's talking about his walk-up last night. And he says, "Yeah, I watched it back on the broadcast. You guys sounded really good." I said, "So you do enjoy the broadcast?" He goes, "Oh, yeah."
No, he's a big fan of the broadcast. And I'll tell you what, Brett, I think that all things considered, Sunshine dropping that ball was best case scenario. He got a trick play out of it.
Did get a trick play out of it. Armani Henderson, though, the designated runner, comes on in place of Dane Tofflin. Jordan Brewer behind 0-1. Yeah, Matthew Fletcher is already getting hot down here right in front of us in the Tailgaters bullpen. Darius Troche, the bullpen catcher for the Tailgaters, does not have any gear on. That'll be something to monitor to see if CC can be efficient here. And if we'll see him come back out in the fourth or not. Again, Chris's longest outing of the year was in the open last Sunday where he threw 5 innings through just a hair shy of 80 pitches. Armani takes off. Hit and run situation as it goes foul. Crocco showing off the moves down there in the third base coaching box.
He moves so nimbly. Mark Crocco is just close enough to the ground where everything he does just looks so natural. It makes me wish, man, why'd I have to have that growth spurt? He makes being that height cool again.
What age were you when you were Crocco's height?
Honest, between me, you,
and God,
I would say I was Crocco's height until my junior year of high school.
Wow. Taylor Justice, throw down. You don't run on that Texas sides cannon from big Taylor Justice as he nabs his second run of the year for out number 2 here in the top of the third.
Yeah, I mean, you could see Armani trying to dodge the tag. He's able to do it, but the disappointment on Jordan Brewer's face says it all. That is not the spot to steal second base. In a full count, a ball four sprint could have scored him from first. Exactly. Case in point right here.
See how far Brewer will go. He thought about going to second. But Mr. Aquaman stays put over there at 1B.
You want to hear what might be, and this is saying something because Coach Crocco has an amazing quote every day, but my favorite one of the weekend was he sat down in front of our entire clubhouse and said, "If you can't reach second base on a ball four sprint every time, raise your hand because I'll take you out of the lineup."
Jordan Brewer at first.
Good.
Wouldn't take that guy out of the lineup.
You up for that.
Would not take that guy out of the lineup. Chris Clark! Oh! Throws it to, oh, wow. Oh, gosh.
That was bad banana
Don't
ball.
show a replay of that. Trick play miss on Chris Clark.
Oh.
No, oh, we still showed it. Yep. Got nothing for you. Put that on the blooper reel. Eric Osberg. Eric Osberg, where art thou?
He's in Owl City? Andy Archer. The comedic timing of Armani saying it's going to be all right, too, is just phenomenal. You know, again, we have spent so much time with Eric, the grade A individual Osberg. He spent at least 5 hours last night preparing for this walk-up and just absolutely killed it. You look amazing, Eric. Now go yacht for us. I'll tell you what, he promised me he's going to swing at the first pitch. Yard card right here, Eric Osberg, professional stick, and it's a big spot.
Also, a professional at serving face. Good job from EO there on that walk-up. 2 outs, runners on first and second. He broke his promise.
He did. EO. I didn't help him practice for him to be lying to me.
Probably think about that fantasy football team you and him share.
Oh, goodness.
Sliced, foul.
Let's talk about that. Me and Eric Osberg, co-managers of a dynasty team. After the NFL draft, you know, you get a startup draft with rookies. He has texted me so much about where we're going with the 4th pick.
Got him! Right now he's going back to the dugout after that strikeout. The 4th of the ball game for Chris Clark. He's fired up. Throws the glove. Throws the hat. CC. After 3. Going down to the field as it's Miss Bella Lane and the Harris family tonight for Bananas Foster.
United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. To raise awareness and support this community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those in the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Harris family. 9 years ago, Aaron and Megan became a licensed foster family with the goal of providing a safe and loving home for children in need. In total, they have cared for more than 23 kiddos and impacted even more through respite care and mentorship. Fans, please join us in celebrating this amazing family for making a difference right here in your community.
Beautiful moment. Yet again, the Harris family here in Amarillo getting honored as the Bananas Foster family of the night. As always, text BUNCH to 50155 and support Bananas Foster. Also cool deal we do here in venue. You can't, at least for right now, cannot participate if you're watching with us at home. We have a 50-50 raffle with Bananas Foster. It's a really cool deal able to do here when you're at a game. And again, they just flashed it up on the video board. Now, just flashing up on your TV screen at home, Austin Krasminski, Atlanta, Georgia's finest. Native of Roswell.
He's so ATL.
ATL.
ATL Cremo. ATL Cremo.
ATL
He's given
Cremo.
up 1 run in each of his first 2 innings.
Which is what he's averaged this year. 9 ERA. As you mentioned it, giving up an earned run per inning. However, AJ Swiatek, silver lining from you.
Silver lining always when we're talking about Loco Beach, because we are lined in silver and salt water and sun. Coach Crocco told me the reason he took Austin Krasminski where he did. Last year he coached for the Visitors. There were 3 arms in the entire league he feared. Austin Krasminski was at the top of the list. He has full confidence in his starter to get it done, and now it's up to him to keep the Tailgaters at bay and keep this game knotted at 1 apiece.
Fiver, captain, the Texas kid, Jordan Hussein. Roped a double last night. Gets ahead 1-0. I must look up the Hawks playoff score, speaking of Atlanta, because our very own Atlanta native, Christian Davis, has been texting me wondering about that. I don't think he wants to know. Hawks are down by 21 in the 4th quarter. This hit right side. It's the leadoff single here in the bottom of the 3rd for Cap.
Can I be honest about something?
Talk to me.
Jordan Brewer's got to cover the bag there. Gideon Antle has the kind of arm. That's what he's telling him right now. Gideon Antle just said, what are you doing? Because he wasn't hustling up the line, and he very well could have had a play at first. And there's not many right fielders in the world that I'd say that about. I understand being programmed not to cover the bag there, but I think Antle would have had a real play at it.
Lopey, sliced foul. Opportunity. Nope.
Bring a glove.
Look at Bam. Oh, yeah. Him and brother. Two of the best dancers in that clubhouse. Man, I love Bam. Got to throw it in last night, gave up a run. Just happy he's back in the rotation, able to throw this year. Lopey Singh with his first time up. In the driver's seat, 2-1. Talk about a guy building a brand. Mr. Leisure. And all the DJing stuff he's been doing. You've seen him there in Jason's walk-up holding the speaker. He's the music guy. In the clubhouse knows him and Taj go back and forth every single day with a boombox in the clubhouse. And again, it's a myriad of different music choices you'll have. From Pooh Shiesty to club music to George Strait. I mean, it doesn't end. It's endless stuff. Jimmy Lewis, please smile. Lopey, a swinging bunt that rolls fast.
Wow, bunting really does suck.
Two balls and two strikes. I tried not to break. I really did.
I know the key to your heart.
I do hate bunting. You ever think to yourself, man, love seeing that bunt happen when you're watching a baseball game? Nope. Can't happen here in Banana Ball because, again, it sucks. The 2-2. Running full here. Big payoff pitch incoming from Krim. It'll be his 41st of the night. He'll check on Jordan Hussein. Speaking of football action, Fiver's been taping up all 8 of his fingers, 9 thumb fingers, I should say. He takes off, ball for a sprint. Jordan's going to have a chance to score here. Throw the shot, he wasn't the best. Oh, they're waving him off. Lopey's going too, no. I don't know what happened there. Mick was giving Jordan Hussein the go sign, and then Fiver held up. I think that's the right move because still none out. 2 in scoring position here for the Tailgaters. And you got a guy who's been on fire to begin this series, and Zach Watson at the dish.
Bingo. I mean, no reason to send the runner home there. That's really good feel on the bases to put on the brakes. With nobody out, you want that lead runner at third. It's the inning-winning run. No need to push the needle.
And obviously being down 3-1 in trick plays right now. Need to try to plate these points, and the Tailgaters will plate one in the second frame. That bat dies a hero as Zach Watson walks it off with an RBI single. And the boys in red, white, and blue tonight take a 2-1 lead after 3 in Amarillo. Tell you what, don't let Whitey get hot. As now we send it down to the king of the beach.
Fans, a day at Loco Beach can get kind of crazy, and usually it's up to the dads to clean it all up. Down here at home plate with me is Jake representing the Voigt family and Wade representing the Grant family. These dads are going to race around the bases, picking up from their family's day at the beach. Starting at first, picking up all the toys, heading to second, getting their lounging wives, and then going to third, well, they'll be picking up their kids and bringing them home. The dad to pack it all up in one trip and bring them home first will be crowned king of the beach. Dads, it's time. In 3, 2, 1, go! And they are off. It is anybody's game at this point. The wives are sitting just watching, doing absolutely nothing. In fact, oh, we got someone coming up. Second, here comes Jake Voigt, doing his family proud. Can he figure out how to get this chair in a bag? It's still anyone's game at this point. Packing up from the beach can be challenging. Here they go, bags in hand. Get your wives and go to your children. The Voigt family has an early lead right now. Get your child, Jake. Bring them home from the beach. Bring your child home. Come on, you can do it. Bring your family home from the beach. Give it up for your winner, the Voigt family.
You know what? There's nothing quite like in this live AJ slide tech.
What's that?
That Amarillo sky, man. There's nothing quite like it. There's your mention, by the way, of Amarillo sky. If you checked out the Tailgaters Instagram story earlier tonight, or mine at Brett M. Loftus, shameless plug, we were playing bingo tonight here in the Tailgaters chat. So far we have...
I love bingo.
We have Chris Clark strikeout. We have a steak dinner. We have player takes a bite of a fan's hot dog. Sunshine has rode his unicycle. A player has gotten a second base on a ball four sprint. I have indeed said book it. We have not gotten a home run. We have gotten a stolen base. Jason Hart has done a walk-up. Yep, we've got all this. And you get a free space. I mean, to be fair, and we've had some line dancing. So I think, to be fair, the book it should have been the free space. But what do I know? This one, sent first base side. Macadoodle. Battling towards the crowd, lands off the net. Also got a piece of Mac. Hey, Mac! He's so close to us, I figured he could hear us. We're right here on top of the first base set. I've never been this close calling a banana bowl game, AJ Slide Tech. I don't know about you. But we're right here.
I think you could probably make an educated guess and say that I haven't either.
Yeah, you're 17 years old. You've been here for 2 days. Chris Clark.
Hey.
Back out there on the bump, top of the fourth. The 2-2. Ooh, did he go? Appealed to first to Hector Gonzalez, says he did not.
When I get a year older, will I still be young?
You'll still be 17. In my mind, you'll be 17 forever.
No.
Got him! Another backwards K from the best starting pitcher in banana ball. Chris Clark gets out number one.
5 punchies for Clark. Let's send it down to Rex Castillo.
Hey guys, if you take a look at Taylor Justice's gear, all white, has all these crazy signatures on it. Well, that's because Taylor wanted fans to decorate his gear. Make it absolutely all about fans first, and I thought that was really cool about Taylor doing that for his fans. As Brett Carson makes it to first, but he hopes at the end of the season, it's all covered in fans' gear, fan signatures. So his gear, truly fans first. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Rex. Trick play missed on Jordan Barth, pardon me. There's a single up the middle. Back-to-back. Coconuts reach, still here with one away in the end.
I mean, how about it for Brett Carson? He's been on just ad nauseum this series against his former team, and that's what you call taking advantage of your opportunity. He didn't get his first plate appearance until San Diego, but Carson is carving out a role for himself in Crocco's lineup.
Big spot for Gideon Antell. Talking about he's been on that fire. He's been on fire. He is fire here of recent. RBI single his first time up. Another big RBI opportunity here. Behind 0-2. 67, now 68 pitches tonight for Chris Clark. Got him! Another backwards K for Chris Clark. And Gideon did not like that, as he and Kelly Dine have some words.
He still hasn't stopped. He's talking all the way back to the dugout. Very unhappy Antell on this call.
I could see why, Gideon. I could definitely see why. And a big laugh, that's all you can do. Well, we won't harp on that too much. 10 around. Sunshine bucket. The second trick play for both he and the Texas Tailgaters. It's the final out here in the top of the fourth inning. Trick play battle again, 3-2 after the top of the fourth.
I don't even recognize Sunshine. Where's the mouth guard, man? Good news is you don't need a mouth guard.
Hey, baby! Alrighty, fans, it's time for a banana ball tradition. So I need everybody here up on your feet and get those hands in the air. All around the stadium, up on your feet, hands in the air, and start clapping along to a little Hey Baby. Just follow along if you don't know the dance. Let's do it again. Keep clapping those hands while we shuffle. Get those hands waving. One more time, let me hear you sing it. That's right, Amarillo, we love you guys. Come on.
Back-to-back nights, nothing eventful happening here in Hey Baby. I don't know what it is with you. Jeez, man. Why can't we just have some fun during Hey Baby?
You're the one who came and tackled me and Yoshi, man.
God forbid.
Man. Oh, that's great.
You got spit in you. I hope you heard it.
I know you like it.
What? Guy Martin, bottom of the board. Welcome to the action. 33-year-old had a walk-off double in the first. Foul territory, left side. Big Maple giving it some chase. Good play there from Dane Coffey. Route number 1.
Really nice play. A fist bump for a fan as well. It's what it's all about from Dane Tofflin. Helping Kremna out one. He's still looking to post his first scoreless inning of the outing. Man, I'm still out of breath. Why does that get me so excited?
We are, what is Amarillo, like 35, 3,600 feet above elevation?
Yes.
I struggle with elevation, truthfully.
For me, it's not the elevation, it's the oohs and the ahs.
Ooh! Ah!
Can you do it one more time?
Ooh! Ah! One out single from JB. Stay hot, my friend. Couple base knocks last night, continues that in here this evening. And now the inning-winning run is represented there at first in form of Jordan Barth. Who eats a glizzy? Man, I could use a glizzy right now. I'm hungry. Taylor Justice, he's hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance.
What toppings you like on a hot dog, Brett?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Just straight meat and buns?
Man, just give me that. Give me that as well. Gideon, tip drill, bucket. Jordan Barth, almost a second. That was close.
Gideon Antle is so much fun to watch play defense. I'm not even talking about the trick play because he makes those look so easy. Look at this throw. Jordan Barth had to hustle back to first because this is what elite arm talent looks like.
Jacob Pippersink, the designated runner now at first. But yes, where Jordan Barth did reach. Macadoodle. How are you, my friend? I'd love a walk-off here. His father, Randy, has texted me. His lovely bride, Eileen, has also texted me. She's playing alone at home, doing bingo. Pip takes off. No throw from Ashby. That's a perfect 7 for 7 on the year in stolen bases from Jacob Pippersink. Keep running wild, my friend. Macadoodle out to left. TA. Break my heart one time, Terrell. That'll be out number 3, the first scoreless frame we've had all around here tonight. So as we roll on to the 5th, still 2-1 for the good guys, the Texas Tailgaters.
As Krem kept the Tailgaters at bay, can I ask you a stupid question, Brett?
There are no stupid questions.
I've never in my life. All right, well, we'll wait on that question because we got to check in on the Texan.
Beef Daddy, how are you?
Beef Daddy looks like he's hitting a little bit of a wall. We got a shrimp in. How are we going to get through this wall here, Beef Daddy?
It's all about the gourmet cooking. Right here, we got a little steak and shrimp surf and turf. We got a steak salad. We got steak sandwich, steak potatoes, and a little shooter to get it all down. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. We're going to make it through together.
Look, the whole thing here is Grubb is going to pie Beef Daddy if he can't do this. A little bit of intimidation. Look, no intimidation here. Guys, let's send it back to you. I think Beef Daddy's slowing down, but he's got an opportunity to keep going. But back to you.
AJ Swiatek, your question. I need to know this question.
Oh, no, this is very serious. This is serious business. Are you ready?
I'm locked in. I'm down.
Okay, so when we talk about Mac Danford, I've heard fiance, I've heard wife. Why do we always use the term bride, his bride?
His lovely bride, it's his wife.
I just guess I've never heard that. I've heard wife. I've never heard of someone called a bride outside of their wedding day.
That will forever be his bride. Miss Eileen, that will forever be his bride.
Learn something new every day.
You're not from the South, are you?
No, I'm from Loco Beach, dude.
Correct.
110 degrees and sunny, brother.
Ain't no Loco Beaches in the southern region of the United States, I'll tell you that much.
At Loco Beach, we call them our wives.
There are some Chris Clarks, though, in the southern region. These days, at least.
He's back out there again, huh?
Yeah, he's going back out for his 5th inning of work. CC gave up a 2 spot in the top of the 2nd. Otherwise, 3 donuts in the 1st, the 3rd, and the 4th. Thrown up by the best starting pitcher in the sport. His goal, 11 strikeouts tonight. So far, he only has 5. He had 9 last Sunday in the win in the Open. Brett Sanchez, if you were with us pregame, said in his interview, he said, man, I had to go get 10 because Chris got 9. Chris told me today, well, because Brett got 10, I have to get 11. I don't know if we'll see CC long enough to get to that 11 mark tonight, but I will tell you this much, AJ Swiatek, which is very possible. If we get 2 Chris Clark strikeouts in this inning, then we will indeed have the new strikeout leader in the Banana Ball Championship League.
The dichotomy between Chris Clark and Brett Sanchez is so funny because one of them throws mid-90s, one of them throws lower 80s, and both are dominant.
Macadoodle! We've been talking about you a lot. Hey, man.
What's up, fellas?
Can you see me?
Oh, I see that pretty face. What's up, boys? How are you?
I just want you to know, Randy's texted me. Eileen's texted me. There's a lot of people. Tell Hector to go away. This isn't about him. Hector, this is not about you. Tell him I said that.
Hey, my wife's watching. I got to look good, all right? Or I get yelled at home.
See, he said wife.
Mac, do you mind if I call her your bride?
No, it's the same thing.
See, you're from the South, Mac.
Hey,
you know ball.
But here's the difference.
Yep.
You call her my wife and my bride, I call her my best friend.
That's good.
That's going to give you some brownie points.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's going to go over well.
What do you call Randy? Papa Bear?
Pops, old man.
Miss DD?
Oh, that's mama.
Exactly. See, you got to learn some ball, man. You got to learn some southern language.
They say wives is too formal. At the beach, we call them babes.
What you know about Caden Bowler? This guy was in our clubhouse a lot last year, traveling around with Jason Art and the Tailgaters band.
I will tell you, Brett.
You don't have to look up here. There is a banana ball game between.
Nah, it's all right. He's on the surfboard. We'll be fine. Don't worry about that.
That's good. That's a good chirp, I gotta say.
All right, now we just need Clark again.
I love the eye contact. Again, if y'all see him looking on your screen, he is looking up here at us. This is incredible. All right, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Hey, my old man taught me well. You got to look a man in the eye when you talk to him.
I mean, that's what Brandon Loftus also taught me. I heard you got on his curl plan in the offseason.
Oh, I did. You not see him?
Yeah. What did my father give you the workout plan?
Just lift heavy circles and put them back where you found them.
Good. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. Being here in Amarillo, what's been your favorite part of it?
This right here, being on this field, having a good time. Oh, I got to go.
Ball four sprint for Caden Bowler.
Nothing. We're good.
That just rips my heart out a little bit. The strike zone got 8 inches bigger because he's on the board. Go tell him that was a cheap way to reach.
Yeah, that was cheap.
I told him bring it up the whole time. I said bring it up, bring it up.
Anyway, Mac, if you want to make some conversation with Caden, please let him know you're mic'd up. Please make some conversation with him.
Hey, just remember, I'm mic'd up, bro.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I wanted to get a hit there. I was trying really hard. I just wanted him to bring it up in the zone. He just wasn't bringing it up.
Apparently, Caden doesn't know about eye contact.
No, he don't. That's crazy.
Oh, this one's hammered. Out to right field.
Don't play.
Brother's got
it. Cool.
Hey, come here. I realized I said hey to Brett last time to TA, and I didn't say hey to AJ. AJ, what's up, man?
Oh, thank you, Caden. What's up? Oh, see, he does know eye contact. Good. Uncle Caden, cool guy.
He learned something in the last 10 seconds. I'm proud of him.
Trying to learn him something, boy. Oh, Mac, you got to make a play here.
Flip it! Ah, gosh.
Hey, way to not say a bad word. All right, that's going to be an E4.
That
It's now
sucks.
Jordan Brewer reach base.
That sucks. That's terrible.
Again, I just cannot reiterate enough. That ball rolling in the dugout there. I'm glad you did not go with it, McAdoo.
All right, we have seen Arkansas. I will go with it.
Yep, 100%. One of my favorite. All right, second and third. One out. The confidence you have here, infield in, with that guy on the mound, Chris Clark.
Oh, 11 out of 10. I trust this guy with my life.
Ashby Viney, the face of the franchise at Loco Beach. Hammer to right field, brother. Squares it up. Has it for out number 2. Tagging up Caden Bowler. Great arm from brother. Man, that thing overthrew you, man.
Well, I'm not that tall, Brett. It don't matter.
You're like 6'2"?
You are really pushing it, Brett.
I mean, in spikes, there's no way you're not 6'2".
In spikes, I'm 6 foot, maybe.
In cowboy boots, I'm 6'4", and you can almost see me eye to eye.
But Mac, when you stand on your money, you're 6'6".
Wouldn't go that far either. I'm just living life.
Oh, man. Eric Osberg. You know, it's funny, Mac and I, it's one of, you wouldn't think it, because, you know, he tries to play up the Toad Raider bit. He's one of the most thought-provoking human beings in this locker room.
What does that mean, bro?
See, that's exactly my point. One of the most thought-provoking minds in all of Banana Bowl.
Hey, I'm like Socrates. Like to see how I can think other ways around stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Another run comes across here, RBI single from Eric Osberg.
Yeah, you don't have to talk about it, Brett. I got earpiece
I
in.
do have to do my job. I'm sorry, I do have to do my job. Tell Armani Henderson I like his little tutu he has on.
Hey,
yeah,
I'm mic'd up, but Brett said he loves your tutu.
Uh-oh, it's not a tutu. It's a leaf skirt.
It's a leaf skirt. There's a difference.
That's a tutu, Armani.
AJ, you're the man too.
Hey, there's a difference. It's not pink.
That's still a tutu. I won't argue with you. Tell Marks I said hello. You know we have the same barber.
Look at this.
Oh,
look at the group picture at first. Hey, don't pick me up.
I thought we were going.
Matthew Fletcher just came in the ball game and replaced Chris Clark.
The game's just going on and they're flicking on. I love it.
Live right there for a second. Oh, man. Yo, I'm going to tie your shoelaces together.
All right, do it. I dare you to. Come on. Try it. Oh, he's going. You like that, boys? Watch this. Just kidding. Ah, that's
Fletch misses up to Peyton Chatagnier. First batter he'll face.
That's Armani's fault.
Mac, you got any questions for us?
Was he out?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Any more questions you may have?
I gotta think, Brett. You know I can't think this fast. I can't do 2 things at one time.
You can.
I don't know. Oh,
Miss Eileen told me to mic you up. So.
Oh, she's mean, man.
You also asked for this too. I just think you know.
I did. That is true.
Yep.
I mean, we can talk about her. I'll talk about her for the rest of the game.
Wax poetically about it then. Go ahead.
I'm so in.
How'd you meet her?
We met in the 3rd grade playing kickball.
I knew the answer to that.
That's pretty great.
And you guys have been together for how long, Mac?
9 years.
Wow. You guys have been married since when?
Since September of last year.
That's right, guys. Mac's not single.
Boom!
And Matthew Fletcher
gets
out of there.
Look at my knob on my bat. It says 9/13/25. That's when I solidified the love of my life. Love that woman to death.
I love you, Mac Danford.
Hey, love y'all.
One of my best friends in this life, Mac Danford. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Texas Tailgaters YouTube channel. 2 do come across there for the Coconuts in the top half of the 5th. Matthew Fletcher able to record the final out. 2-1 ball game. Coconuts have a chance to make it 2 apiece after this player dance.
Fellas, we are now joined with Beefy Boy. I think he's up against the clock. A lot of steak has been eaten. Are you feeling like you can beat this challenge? Grub right on your shoulder.
Of course I can finish the challenge. I don't know why he's hovering over me. I got this. I only got a couple pieces left. Just this little baby steak. And then this baby steak. And then some of this steak. And
I got to be honest here, Beef Daddy. It doesn't look pretty good. We'll send it back to AJ and Brad. Did you guys hit the wall at some point hitting this challenge? Back to you.
Yeah, I hit my wall 5 minutes in, Rex.
Yes, you did.
I don't know what to tell you.
But
this guy didn't hit a wall.
He don't know what a wall is. Meatball was housing meat like it's his name. He's got Parmesan cheese on top of his head. He's got marinara running through his brain. And he has a meatball of a body. He throws 99 miles an hour, and he's a dog.
92. He throws meatballs regardless.
Got that one at 105.
Inside the Taj Porter. Trying to protect an inning lead. Get this ball game at 2 apiece. Not a lot of trick plays tonight. Coconuts lead that category 4-2. Again, right now would be in the driver's seat to win the Equalizer Point as the away team here in Amarillo. Man, I love Meatball. I'll tell you what, got to spend a lot of time with this guy during spring training. He's such an approachable human, such a good human, such a guy in this locker room. Not only the pitchers, but also the position players of Loco Beach look to as a leader. He's a voice, an elder statesman, if you will, to just be a rookie here in this sport.
I'll second that. I mean, he's a guy that the entirety of this Coconuts clubhouse looks up to as a leader, and when he speaks, everyone listens. It's a really valuable guy.
And the reason I like him so much, truthfully, before I ever met him, Joe Mickley, who I look at like a grandfather, who was his skipper in Frisco in AA, was Joe Filomeno's manager, had not a bad word to say about Meatball. Said he's an all-time human. He's a guy that's going to give it his all here in Banana Ball. Is Meatball! Waxes the meatball!
Hit that stomach, big boy. I got that one at 110 miles an hour and steamy. That's how you serve up a meatball. Joe Filomeno throwing gas. My goodness. And Will Etheridge, he's driving the boat. He don't even care. He knows Meatball's going to punch him out.
Let me drive the boat. I didn't know the brother. But yeah, Meatball, again, all-time human. Obviously very entertaining, we just seen. A very good left-handed arm here for Loco Beach. Brother, high in this blue Amarillo sky. Tip drill, bucket, bucket! How about that? Peyton Chatagnier ran a country mile to get the double trick play.
And he's been working on that, modeling it after Jonathan Sunshine Looters. Uh-oh, is it pie time?
Yeah, I think we ran out of the hour, and Grubbs got him, pied him in the mouth.
Oh, that can't feel good, but, you know,
my dad pied me in the face a few weeks ago.
Why?
I wanted to pie my dad pied me. Grubb just pied Meat Daddy, Beef Daddy, not Meat Daddy. He's not Beat Daddy here tonight or Beef Daddy. My July ball and a strike. Well, Beef Daddy couldn't finish the steak challenge. Can we even call him Beef Daddy anymore?
No. It's like, how can you call a guy Meatball if he doesn't throw as hard as Joe Filomeno? You can't.
Meatball could also deal with the body type. A trick pitch! Oh, no, you didn't! Meatball! A trick pitch strikeout! He's dirty! He's nasty! He's big! And he's Meatball!
Slap that bowl of jelly, old son! It's a 1-2-3 inning for the man they call Meatball. Between the legs, the Parmesan cheese is the extra sprinkle on top, and the bowl of jelly's jiggling all the way to a Coconuts point. This game is once again tied, this time at 2 apiece. He says, I own you, I'm the Meatball. Marinara, mozzarella, prosciutto, fajoule, Italia, Cicero, Illinois. Meatball.
Sunshine. Trick play. Let's take a look at yesterday. As A.J. Swiatek, who I did not know was Italian until just now. We're waiting for it. It's coming at some point. I'm going to talk about it. Sunshine hit a double yesterday on the unicycle. There it is. Yep, beautiful stuff. Off of C.J. Williams, one of the best closers in the sport. Sunshine. as Tanner Allen was playing him just outside of the dirt. Sunshine with Tailgate Lampert, Rhinestone, after the game last night, he said, I thought that was pretty disrespectful. I didn't think I could hit it that hard off the unicycle. And he was so fired up. A guy who just, nicest human ever, if you've ever got to interact with Sunshine. He was as fired up as I've ever seen him. He does have his mouth guard by.
Oh,
I just seen him slip it in that back pocket. Out here having good conversation with Reggie Leggett. Man, I love Sunshine. In a sport, I know I've said this a lot, for those who have been with us for a while, but to those who have not, if you haven't ran across, Matthew Fletcher, you're also an all-time human. If you haven't run across Sunshine at a game or across social media or whatever, he is one of the all-time humans in the history of life. All-time humans in the history of life. There's not a bad days he has. He's called Sunshine because he looks like Ronnie Bass from Remember the Titans. That's where the nickname originates from, but it really should originate because of the radiation of sunlight he gives out to all those that he comes across.
I mean, Sunshine's just a guy who feels totally effervescent, 2'4", 365, and it really just exudes to everyone around him. It's really hard to be around Jonathan and not want to smile. Granted, I always am smiling.
To left. And just foul.
But especially around Sunshine, you know, he just brings out the best in everyone around him. He is perfect for this sport. KP's got the leftovers.
We had that yesterday. Clayton Franklin, our lovely audio technician, ate our leftovers. KP, he's getting the leftovers down there from Beef Daddy.
He just gave some to the camera operator as well.
Brett Carson, stay hot, man. Second base knock of the ball game. In the fourth this weekend.
And he's gotten aboard in all three of his looks. Have yourself a night, Brett Carson. Very reminiscent of what we saw from Sal Jacobo a few short weeks ago. It's a revenge spot.
Also worthy to note, Zach Watson has shifted over from center to left. Jason Arndt out of the ball game, and Indiana Stanley now in center field. Salamander. Ooh, that was slicing towards us, but over our noggins. What is Will Etheridge doing? Salamander, getting in the sky right side, telling foul. Do we have a fan to make a play? Nope. Look at Will Etheridge. He and Danae. They're trying to get dancing together. Danae, a very good dancer. Will Etheridge, maybe lacking there a little bit. Matthew Fletcher, second ponche. Breaks the door down and kicks himself through it.
Will and Danae are a duo you can get used to seeing. Those two really enjoy working together. Danae has really found a spot behind the plate when Will's on the mound because she just sees his offerings well and frames him up. Those two really work together in the bullpen often. It's special stuff, and clearly they're matching each other's vibe, barking right now in the dugout.
Get in, fouls it off. It's Brett Carson, by the way. I see some of the comments saying that I was calling him. Nope, it's Brett. B-R-E-T-T. Spelled the same way as my name, spelled the same way as Brett Sanchez, spelled the same way as Brett Allen. That is B-R-E-T-T.
But different than Brett Helton.
Carson, yeah, Brett Helton's the only Brett in Banana Ball with one team. 2 balls and 2 strikes. My father, who I've talked about a lot tonight, told me he would not name me Brett with 1 T because that looks stupid. No shade at anyone. I didn't make that comment. My father did. Take it up with him. Up the middle. And another base knock for the man who's absolutely on fire. Gideon Antell, second single of the ball game.
Brett, Gideon Antell has hit 55% of his balls in play this season up the middle. That is the highest rate of any Loco Beach coconut. I talked to him about the approach. He said he's been playing that way since the Little Leagues. He's been taught that the best way to get one through is just attacking the middle of the defense. He does it again. It feels like anytime you watch Gideon Antell, you're guaranteed to see at least one hit straight through the teeth of the defense.
2-0 count, the Terrell. 3-0. Really good pitch there for Matthew Fletcher. Wonderful pitch there for Matthew Fletcher. Ball force. Easily coming home to score here is Brett Carson. Gideon on his horse. Gideon wants it all. Now they tag out Tanner Allen for out number 2, but you'll trade it out for a run there. A couple of them. A 2-run ball four sprint from Tanner Allen. That will be RBIs 6 and 7 of the weekend.
Good, good. No, that's really smart from Anthony Marks, the first base coach. He signaled him to go late because he saw there could have been potential for a play at the plate with Ansel. Instead, they traded out for a run, a big one at that. Loco Beach in the driver's seat to potentially take their first lead of the night with a 2-run 6 that Ben Parker looks to add to.
Coconuts have had all the momentum here in the last few frames. After holding the Tailgaters scoreless in the 4th, they did it again in the 5th, plating 2 in the top half. They've already played 2 here in the top half of the 6th. Now it's time for pumps. Wow. 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 3-0. Cold strike. Ben Parker looked like, I don't even know. That was like a Kirby Puckett stance. True ball knowers know Kirby Puckett. Ball for Brent yet again. Here we go. How far does Ben want to go? He's just going to stay at first.
Pumps is just so mature at the plate. There's no other way to put it, but he just has such an inept feel of the strike zone that he knows when to go around. Not doing, there he is. He's doing the Kirby Puckett imitation again. It worked out. It's a 5-pitch sprint that gets the runner on and keeps the line moving. Here comes Big Timber with a nice play in foul ground a half inning ago.
And there's only one A.J. Swiatek. That's right, Peggy. There's only one A.J. Swiatek.
Aw.
You got it right.
You guys are making me blush.
Out the center, they thought about testing Indy. They being Ben Parker and Mark Crocco, but just holding them at second.
PA4L is definitely right in the fact that there is only one Ben Parker. I don't think there's anyone else with that build on this side of the Mississippi.
Ooh, gets the backstop. Dane broke back and now break for second. I would presume a passed ball is what allows both of those guys to advance up 90 feet. Bad inning gets worse here for the Tailgate.
Definitely a pass ball. Do you think that would be a good time to say hey to the YouTube chat and that we love them?
I love the YouTube chat.
I do too. Oh, and I love that.
Can't stop the bleeding. Jordan Hussein goes all the way out to left field, trying to make a throw home. Oh my gosh! Safe. A 2-run, 2-out single from Jordan Brewer. And Taylor Justice wants the Tailgaters to challenge this. I mean,
not the time for a challenge.
Why not? No, I would disagree. Trying to get out of this top half of the inning. I mean, how close was it? Ooh, that was close. That was close enough to challenge. We'd have to see a few more looks at that, obviously, to tell one way or the other. But Matthew Fletcher out there unraveling a little bit. Already 4 runs here for the Coconuts at the top of the 6th.
I guess that's why I'd say it's not the time for a challenge. It feels like the inning's already lost. You want that in your back pocket for a more meaningful spot.
Still, though, you don't want to let your guy just have to sit out there.
Especially in a sport with no mound visits.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, you got the final out there in the 5th, trying to get all 3 of them here in the 6th. Hey, guys, firefighters and clowns viewers. Now in the chat. Coconuts stay high. Everybody joining us from Greenville. Got a 2-2 ball game here in the top of the 6th. As you can see on the bottom right of your screen. Already 4 across here for the Coconuts. They also lead the trick play category as the away team right now, 7-2. It's the least amount of trick plays thus far the Tailgaters have had since Tallahassee on opening night, where they only had 3.
How about yet another multi-hit game for Ashby Vining? The Coconuts' other catchers in the EH spot looks to dip right into that same pool of success.
EO trying to stay up. Trying to get his second in the ball. Tailing towards foul territory. Can a fan help us out? Nope. And AJ, that's why they should
bring a glove. It's the 9th batter of the inning. Not often you have a chance to bat around in banana ball.
EO will do just that. Gets another base hit on his ledger. Waddy, big time cannon up the line. Nobody's covering third. Great play by Ashby. Oh, and now they got Eric Osberg in a rundown. Ashby's going to break home. Sunshine throws it there. Got it. What a way to finally conclude a monstrous offensive output there from Loco Beach. 5 runs. And then Ashby Vining out at home. What a top half of the 6th.
It's a 5-run frame. Let's go, Loco, baby. The Coconuts have scored 7 unanswered runs. 5 come in the top of the 6th. Why not? The group in the sunset uniforms in pole position to take their first lead of the night. The only thing I like more than a lead is some surf and turf.
Amarillo, it's a rivalry old as time. Surf versus turf. And since we got the Coconuts and the Tailgaters, we thought we'd squash that beef once and for all with a little race. We each brought something to the dinner table, but whether you're eating seafood or barbecue, you need it to be as fresh as possible. So to win this race, our contestants will need to run all the way home, up the ladder, and jump down through the table. Of course, this is a 2-course meal. CJ, what did you guys bring?
Loco Beach is bringing out Kagan the Lobster.
That looks pretty tasty, but he's nothing compared to what we're bringing. To the tailgate, we brought Cole the Pig. Look at that juicy pork.
All right, gentlemen, it is time. In 3, 2, 1, go!
And they're off. A curly tail in the wind. Snout versus claw. Who's it gonna be?
It's anyone's game at this point.
It's gonna come down to the table. Amarillo, what do you want for dinner? And it's cold! Oh my! Two for the price of one! Surf and turf!
Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! He came through the table, split it in half! Oh my gosh! That's banana ball! Bucket! And then yet again! Bucket! Oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't have a concussion. Oh.
That can't feel good. But this does, because anytime Meatball's on my screen, it gets me feeling some type of way.
Well, and especially considering the fact he has a 5-run inning lead here in the 6th. Trying to earn the 3rd point of the ball game for these Coconuts, who again, just want to continue to reiterate, sit in the driver's seat for the equalizer point currently as well.
You think Meatball's got a career as a man nana after he hangs up the cleats?
I couldn't see Meatball ever in yellow. Wow. What? 2 balls and a strike. This, respectfully, bottom half of the strike zone tonight has been rather inconsistent. Jordan Hussein pokes it foul. Oh, into the Coconuts bullpen. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hussein sends it right in front of us. And off the net. Now Sunshine has 2 foul balls to give away. If you hear the folks screaming, they're right below us. Sunshine getting the folks inside it over here. Jordan Hussein on that one, but foul yet again. Can we get a shot of Sunshine down here? This is awesome. This is so great. Just threw a couple of foul balls into the crowd. All-time human. And we were talking about him earlier. All-time human. Jordan Hussein, long AB here against Meatball. That one goes back to the stop. Ashby throws it to first, not in time. So a strikeout, but a drop 3rd strike will allow Jordan Hussein to reach safely.
Really good fight from Jordan Hussein. You can get a sense that a guy's going to work his way on base when he's fouling things off both to the right side and left side of the park. He was battling it both ways, never able to straighten it out, but he gets to first base the hard way.
Oh, pickoff attempt. Now they got Fiver in a pickle as Jordan Brewer tag out Jordan Hussein. Wow. How about that from Meatball? Pickoff.
Deception. Vanishing act. Houdini. Put him in the same conversation as Joe Meatball Filomeno. My goodness. Oh.
That's good.
Now you see me, now you don't.
Oh, what is the conversation here?
Meatball's not happy about it.
Are they trying to call a balk?
Oh, come on.
I'm going to be honest. I know I'm the voice of the Texas Tailgaters.
Okay, good.
There's no way that's a balk.
I thought you were going the other way for a second and we were about to throw hands.
Watch. Watch his right foot. Yeah, that's not a balk.
No.
It's never been a balk, ever, in the history of baseball, banana ball, whatever.
And they got it right. They send the runner back to the dugout.
I mean, I understand having the umpires come together, but in a game where the time is, it's not against us, but it's not necessarily on our side, would have hated to take the extra 45 seconds there. Nick Lopez, a ball and no strikes. And again, in an inning where it's already 5-0. Respectfully, I don't think Jordan Hussein's run is going to count a whole lot here. But I'd love to see the Tailgaters come back. But at this point, if you're the Tailgaters, you're just playing for the 7th and beyond. Lopey, chopper. Meatball, what you got? Between the legs. Bucket for Meatball.
It's a trick play and a beauty for Joe Meatball Filomeno. The kid is cooking with pure gasoline tonight. After a 1-2-3 inning, he's waxing poetically to 2 straight outs and saying, I'm Meatball. Who are you?
8-2 in trick plays now. Zach Watson gets ahead 1-0. 8-2. The Coconuts lead the trick play battle, might I add. Oh, man, I got Waddy in the foot. That guy's just been, He'll go out and give Meatball a hug. Those are 2 guys that really like each other. Waddy, I kind of hate how much bad luck he's had. Frisco, obviously, had pulled that hamstring, was out for about a month. Last night slid in, good. Last night slid in the third, hurt his ankle a little bit. He's fine. And then right there gets hit on top of the foot.
I want to know if the Tailgaters wear steel-toed cleats, because taking a Meatball 95-mile-an-hour one to the back foot, that can't feel good. He made it look easy.
Kyle Martin fouls it off of Ashby. Oh, look at that energy from Ashby.
There it is. I've been waiting for it. He told me last night was the least he's danced in a banana ball game because he was so locked in. It's a rarity from him. He's always catching a groove.
Ball strike. Yep, 100%. Oh, K. Martin. 1 for 2 tonight. Had the double, and then pop out to Dane Tofflin, who made a great play against the net his last time up. What was that? Changeup?
That was the Meatball.
I've never seen him throw that, ever. I mean, I know this is
That's how you know he's feeling himself, when he brings the Meatball out.
Never seen him throw that. Kyle Martin. Fair. One hops off the fence. Waddy on his horse. Gideon powering up a throw. And that'll just be a long single there for Kyle Martin as he blistered that one off the fence.
That's respect for Gideon Antle's arm out and right. What I have a lot of respect for right now defensively is the Coconuts, barring a miraculous comeback in the trick play category, are en route to securing the first equalizer point against the Tailgaters on the 2026 tour, currently leading 8-2 in the trick play column.
Princess JB. 1-0. Still trying to figure that one out too, AJ. Barth sprayed in the left. Well, maybe there is a comeback on the horizon here with 2 outs. RBI single from Jordan Barth placed the first run of the inning. Still 4 more to go to even wash here in the bottom of the 6th. And what is this? Taylor Justice, talk to him.
When I was 13, I had my first love. There was nobody that compared to my baby, and nobody came between us, no could ever come above. She had me going crazy. Oh, I was starstruck. She woke me up daily. Don't need no Starbucks. She made my heart pound. And skip a beat when I see her in the street and at school on the playground. But I really want to see her on the weekend. She knows she got me days.
Funny enough, Taylor Justice, who did an ASL walk-up last year with his wife, Maddie, who now is an employee of Fans First Entertainment. Maddie is fluent in American Sign Language. So, Jordan Watson, who's our director of entertainment, sends me a DM last week of a young man who during his final semester of college was taking an American Sign Language class. And that was his assignment, to fully sign out the ludicrous lyric of that song. So we've seen that. We knew Taylor knew a little bit about American Sign Language. I sent that to him this week. Yesterday, Taylor comes up to me. Brett, I only know like 70% of it. I said, I need 100. Maddie, his lovely bride, makes him a full video about the whole thing, sends it to him and says, this is how you do it. Out to right, Gideon just makes the regular catch for out number 3. And how about those Coconuts? They have come back yet again to take a 3-2 lead at the conclusion of the 6th.
The comeback Coconuts continue to do it no matter what language you speak. English, Espanol, ASL, it's a Coconuts trace. Tailgaters dose ball game as we head to the 7th.
Amarillo, being a tailgate dad is hard work. There's a lot you got to do all day, but your most important job is to get the kids to bed at the end of the night. So I got Mr. Cobb and Mr. Williams. They're going to run all the way around the bases, collecting their little ones before putting them down on a blanket at third base and pulling them all the way home. This race is aptly called Pigs in a Blanket. Gentlemen, on your marks, get set, go! All righty, remember which kid is yours. We've got pig number 1. It's neck and neck. Twisted tails in the wind to second base for pig number 2. We're still neck and neck. Get those kids on that blanket. Oh no, a little tumble before bedtime never hurt nobody. Hold on, kids. Mr. Williams, Mr. Cobb, it's the Williams family, winners of Pigs in a Blanket.
People often ask me, AJ Swiatek, what I'm bringing to the tailgate, and it's usually pigs in blankets. But it's not as cool as that promo was. That's always one of my favorites that we get to do here. Get a father out there with his young ones and get to run around the bases with them. How about this young man from Broomall, Pennsylvania, Joe Sperone? Still hasn't had a strikeout yet this year, 4 ball, 4 sprints. He's gotten that ERA continuing to drive it down. It was very key in the win over the Bananas in the Banana Ball Open Championship game, or tournament, I should say, as he induced 3 trick plays in game 1 against the Bananas in that series in the 8th inning to help win the Tailgaters the Equalizer Point. Well, in order to negate it here tonight, need to induce a lot of them here. Down 8-2 in trick plays. A couple of doubles would be great. And now with the Coconuts with a 3-2 lead, you need to do your best possible job of keeping the equalizer from happening. Quickly 0-2 here against Peyton Chatagnier, who struck out licking both plate appearances tonight. Tell you what, if you get to 2 outs here and you're the Coconuts, might not be the worst to just not put a ball in play.
I've got my eyes on that clock in the bottom right-hand corner of your screens at home. If it runs out.
Uh-oh, what do we got here? Hopefully we got a tip group. Brother, Indy colluding on it. Sunshine, bucket, bucket! Jose Gonzalez, Jonathan Sunshine Looters. Trick plays 3 and 4 of the ball game.
There you go. I've been waiting to see that from the Tailgaters defense. It's been a quiet night for tricks, but Jonathan Sunshine Looters concludes the double trick play. As I was saying about the clock, you got to be careful. If it runs out, you can't start a new inning. So with 23 to go, speed's the name of the game.
BC right side. Sunshine between the legs. Bucket. 3 trick plays and 2 outs. And quickly the Tailgaters have closed that gap.
Isn't it crazy how quick that could happen? 2 trick plays through their first 6 innings. Now 3 here in the 7th, more than they had through the first 2/3 of the game.
One and out to my good friend Sal Jacobo, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Not 1 for 3, 1 for 2 tonight. Single and a strikeout on his line. Left side, Hussein! Oh, just got away from it. Second hit of the ball game for Salamander.
Jacobo just continues to make his worth felt at the plate. He's so known for what he does with the glove, but he's hitting over 340 this season in a fairly quiet manner. Not necessarily screamers that are going to leave the yard, but he just continues to work good at-bats that wind up with him on base. Case in point there.
2 for 4 now, pardon me, is Sal Jacobo. This one out to shallow left. Tip drill, bucket, bucket! How about that? A 5 trick play inning. You blink and the Texas Tailgaters are right back in the trick plays. Wow. That's why they lead the league in that category. And that's why Jordan Hussein and Jonathan Sunshine Looters are who they are. And now, world's fastest inning. New pitcher here for the Coconuts. Oh, well, here we go, trick play package. Let's take a look at these thus far. 8 of them thus far from the Coconuts, 7 of them for the Tailgaters. A lot of tip drills, a lot of ground balls. That is always going to be the case when you're playing against the Texas Tailgaters. The Coconuts got to give them a lot of credit here tonight. A lot of the opportunities they've had a double in there, as you've seen. Sal Jacobo's continued to do his thing. We talked to him pregame. That was a beautiful double trick play as well. One of the best right side of the infield of perhaps any right side defensive infield in Banana Ball. And again, now it's our good friend, Keegan James.
The longtime Rockies farmhand gets an opportunity here in the 7th inning. He's gone 6 innings of work this season. Keegan James is just a true baseball mind. This guy lives, sleeps, and breathes both the game of baseball and the game of banana ball. He's been working on improving as a content creator, pushing out consistent stuff on the socials. He's completely bought in here and needs to find a way to have the Tailgaters post a donut.
This one's coming towards us. And, oh! Landed right on top of the noggin of the official scorekeeper, Riley Turner. Macadoodle, ball and a strike. A swing away from walking off this inning. Ooh. Ball and 2. It was the first time the Coconuts have been held scoreless since the 4th here in the 7th. Ooh, check me swing right into the Tailgaters dugout. Boys were scurrying. Trick plays, 8-7, Coconuts lead them. 3 points to 2. Coconuts also lead the ball game. This game looks to be an instant classic in the first year of the Banana Ball Championship League. Full count. Macadoodle tonight, 1 for 2 with a single. 3rd time through the order. Already have completed 4 times through for the Coconuts. Ball 4 sprint, that's good. Shotty, what a play on the ball 4 sprint relay. Momentum took him a little bit too far forward, and a glove flip to Dane Tofflin, and that's a big reason Mac had to only stay at first.
On the other side of things for Keegan James, frustration, because his stuff plays as well as anybody on this Coconuts roster, top to bottom, but it's just about finding the strike zone. His changeup and fastball tunnel out of the exact same arm slot, so if you blink, they look the same, but come at 15 miles an hour, different spots. It's really just for Keegan about finding the zone as he did there.
The biggest, the largest. An RBI single his first time up. Well, this is his spot. Pardon me, Jose Gutierrez is up. Taj's walk-up's on play. So naturally, I look up and would think that we see TP. But Jose Gutierrez, who in his first ever Banana Ball plate appearance last night, got a stand-up double. Swinging out of his shoes. 1 and 2. The man who calls Arlington, Texas home. Strikes out for out number 1.
Beautiful from Keegan James. There it is. After issuing a ball 4 sprint and a full count, he immediately gets the train back on the tracks. Elevated the heat, snuck it by Gutierrez, and there's 1 away in the home half of the 7th.
Brother, hadn't hit a home run since Chapel Hill, which seems like a long time ago. Just got under that one. Good trick play opportunity. Shotty tips it. Sal, book it, book it. How special is this middle infield for Loco Beach?
Wow. Peyton Chatagnier, after the ball hung in the sky for a country mile, able to track it down. And how about the salamander? El Mago closing things out behind the back. It's now a 10-7 trick play advantage at the beach.
Jacob Pippersick now running over at first. Sliced foul. And out of the stadium.
Bring a glove.
Well, AJ, that looked like that contact of the windshield of a 1997 red F-150.
That's why I always keep a glove in my driver's seat.
That's actually a true story. I've sat on it a couple times. Pip thought about taking off. Ashby throws back to first. Got him! Ashby Vining, what a throw to end the 7th inning.
Wow, Ashby Vining with the back pick. Loco Beach has yet to catch a runner stealing this season. Vining says, I'll just take matters into my own hands. Throws it over to first. Beautiful tag from Jordan Brewer. Keegan James, a mighty fast inning. And Loco Beach keeps the 7th tied. It's a 3-2 ball game in favor of the Coconuts as we head to the top of the 8th.
Joe Sperone already back out on the field. Tailgaters ready to go, trying to keep the pace up. Tomorrow, Greenville, 1 Eastern Time, Firefighters YouTube channel. It'll be the rubber match between the Clowns and the Firefighters after the 9-5 win for Indianapolis. Tonight, Coconuts Tailgaters, 2 Eastern Time, right here where you're watching us this evening on the Tailgaters YouTube channel. And then Game 2, Party Animals Bananas. You can watch it on a myriad of different platforms. Bananas YouTube channel and the Roku Sports channel. Espanol broadcast also available on YouTube with Jose Cheito Benitez. That'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern. Terrell, a leadoff base knock. Oh, and I don't like that. Tanner Allen's come up limping at first. Oh, no. Is he just cramping? Marks thinks he's just cramping, clearly.
You just have to hope that's all it is. That is the exact opposite of what you ever want to see.
Kyle Martin has come out to help him in foul territory. Pumps, comes up empty. Now Kyle Martin is helping pick up. Oh my gosh, Kyle Martin is picking up Tanner Allen and is carrying him into the first base dugout of the Tailgaters as Armani Henderson comes in the line. Man, I hope Tanner's okay. 1-2. There you see Kmart putting down TA. Pumps, puts it in the air, right side. Brother gives it some chase into the stands, not caught.
I mean, I could feel my heart in my stomach right now. Tanner Allen has just caught his groove and has played so exceptionally well. He's been the best bat in this Coconuts order. You just have to hope that everything's okay.
Ball and 2. In the sky. Really need a double tip drill here. Oh, Indy lost it. That's not good. So a double there for Ben Parker, who might be the luckiest player on this side of the Mississippi.
It's his second double in this series that looked to be a routine play. I've got really good news, though, Brett. Rex Castillo just used his talk back in our ear. He said that Tanner Allen said he's just cramping. So a big sigh of relief. I can exhale for the first time in 3 minutes.
Yep, 100%. Infield in for Dane Tofflin. Coconuts seemingly have all the momentum. Anytime the Tailgaters have had any momentum tonight, the Coconuts do something like that. Sprays it to center field. Indiana Stanley comes up gunning. Throw up the line, cut off by Sperone, and a 2-run single from Big Maple, who continues to stay hot himself. The entire Coconuts lineup is hot right now.
Exactly. I mean, it's so hard because I just said Tanner Allen's been the best bat in this lineup, but you've got guys like Dane Tofflin, Ben Parker, Jordan Brewer right there with him. This Coconuts lineup, pound for pound, for my money, is the best in all of the BBCL, and they're showing you why tonight.
Jordan Brewer, ball and 2 on him. Sperone working quickly. Trick pitch. Ooh, just missed. Really need a couple doubles here if you're the Tailgaters. Wow, wow, wow. Did get the call. Backwards kick for out number 1. Joe Sperone, wonderful pick. Left field. Tip drill. Oh. Waddy gets up, throws it to second, not in time.
So, Brett, I want your thoughts here. I really do.
Yep, I'll give them to you.
Trailing by 3 trick plays. Obviously, there was no chance for a triple trick play there. Is that just for the love of the game? Is that the only explanation for that try out and left?
I mean, you get 1 trick play right there, which could have been out number 2. Then it double ties you at 10, so at least gives you a chance to negate the equalizer. I love the opportunity there from Waddy. I don't think we had enough height on the ball for either Indiana Stanley and center or Jordan Hussein to run out there and go get them. I mean, right now, if you're the Coconuts, up 2 runs to nothing in the inning. If you just strike out here in your final 2 at-bats of the inning, you clinch the equalizer. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, you can go up here and punch out twice and get a point. And then you hold the Tailgaters to 1 run or less in the bottom half, you get another point. EO's fighting right now, though, 2-2. Eric Asper, deep center. Indy makes the play. So after that play right there, that will officially clinch the equalizer point for the Loco Beach Coconuts tonight. And that is the first time that a team has won the equalizer point against the Tailgaters this year.
That'll do it. So Loco Beach now officially on top 4-2. They've got a chance to double up here in the 8th inning, already up 2-0 in the frame. It'll be up to their pitching to hold on to that, but they've still got a chance to add to it with Peyton Chatanier at the dish.
Shotty had 2-0. Love to get some insurance here if you're the Coconuts. Chopper left side. Barth does a trick play. Still gets it. Book it. Won't do anything for the competitive aspect of this ball game, but could help in the long run for the Texas Tailgaters. 2 come across here in the top half of the 8th. And now the Tailgaters desperately need to at least wash this inning, if not try and win this inning, with the Coconuts clinching the equalizer.
Well, I'm happy to see that for Jordan Barth because he has 2 trick plays missed in this game, able to get back on track on the hot corner. The Coconuts, however, have already secured the equalizer point. No need to go for trick plays here in the bottom of the 8th. It's a simple message for the crew that takes over defensively. Hold on to this 2-run lead, and you will enter the 9th with a 5-2 advantage. They turn to Blake Benson to do such. The entertainment player has been so much more than just that for this Loco Beach staff. He's a left-handed arm who by no means will dazzle you with how hard he throws. But he has been so hard to touch because it's such a change of pace. Kracko likes bringing him in after a guy like Keegan James. You go from 94 miles an hour to 84. Brett, you know as well as anybody, that's really hard to switch up to in the batter's box.
Also, Grady Morgan is now out in left field. It's worthy to know Grady Morgan is out in left field. We mentioned Tanner was having some cramps. So Grady Morgan is out in left field behind Blake Benson here. And again, world's fastest inning, so we're rolling quickly. 2.84 ERA with Benny.
Brett, look who else is out there defensively. Today Benitez is behind the plate for the first time in this series, catching for Blake Benson here in the 8th. Fire me up.
Indiana Stanley, first plate appearance tonight. Left side, leadoff single. Good for Indy. Had a couple pop-outs late last night. And now getting that single. Tailgaters, again, desperately need this point. Oh, and we got a golden batter in the 8th.
Tailgaters are invoking the golden batter rule. Now batting in place of Jordan Hussein is the Tailgaters golden batter. Please welcome Kyle Kmart Martin.
Obviously. I mean, yeah, obviously. You're going to use your best hitter anytime you're going to have the golden batter. And in an inning that the Tailgaters have to have. You have to have this. Coconuts have already clinched the equalizer, up 4-2. Could win this inning, make it 5-2. That's a ball game that's putting you behind the 8 ball, rolling into the 9th. And at this point, you're in the bottom of the lineup in the 10 hole for Jordan Hussein here. Rolls you up to the top half. Why not go ahead and use it here? Benny continuing to look over there at first. I don't think Indy's going to. 0-1. Kmart, chopper, foul. Wow, Loco Beach, man. Much different than the way they won last night's ball game.
At the same time, though, it is really behind these bats just having a plate party. first team to put up multiple earned runs in a frame against Chris Clark. The 5-run 6th inning counted for a point.
Benny does have a pickoff this year, so he's not just doing that for the love of the game. Ball and 2 strikes.
I thought Danae was going to steal that one. That was a good frame job behind the plate.
Oh, trick pitch. Came on. Out to center. Pumps. Has it easily for out number 1.
I love that from Danae. I'm going to teach you a little lesson at home in case you didn't already know. When you see the fingers going the way Danae's were, that means trick pitch all the way for Blake Benson. He did it. He helped himself to an out. And now he's trying to get a signal with 1 away.
Nick Lopez trying to get a single. In the sky yet again, out to Pops. Oh, leaping grab by Ben Parker. Hang with him, Pops, for out number 2.
Hang loose. Someone that big should not be able to move that nimbly, but Ben Parker continues to prove the limits of what the human body can do. Frolicking like a gazelle, he snags it from the sky for out numero 2.
Here comes Waddy. Knock on his line tonight. Coconuts look to be in the driver's seat. Benny loving throwing in the first round. Waddy out to the left. Brady Morgan corrals it, and that's the 8th inning, where the Coconuts scored not 1, but 2 points. The inning win and the equalizer point, as they now have a commanding 5-2 lead heading to the final frame here in Game 2 in Amarillo.
As loud as you can, a little Friends in Low Places.
Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your blind tie affair. The last one to know, the last one to show. The last one you thought you'd see there.
You sound great, Amarillo.
And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain.
Man, that's special. Always special to get to do something like that here in Banana Bowl. Friends in Low Places just hits differently during these tailgater home games. And definitely hit right there. As we head into the final frame. A bit sad if you're a Tailgaters fan, but a bit happy if you're a fan of Banana Bowl, because this has been quite the offensive onslaught tonight for Loco Beach, who leads this ball game 5-2. That 4th point, though, because of defense in trick plays, winning the equalizer point here this evening. Donnie Allen, the wonder from down under, with Nigel the Crocodile on his brim. He's going to try and throw up a 0 here in the night and hand it off to his bats, who have an opportunity to potentially come back, as you know, and if you don't, every run counts as a point here in the final frame in our great, lovely sport of banana. Donnie, biggest thing for him, ball 4 sprints. He's one of 5 pitchers in Banana Ball so far this year with double-digit sprints. Really trying to start filling up the zone, and as he said himself, and I'd have to agree with him, When I'm in the zone, nobody in the sport can hit me. It's just the fact of being in the zone for Brett Allen right now. Gets in it against Brett Carson, 0-1. 8, 9, and 10. So complete the 5th time through the order for these Coconuts today. We talk all the time about how they're so advantageous to be the home team in Banana Bowl. But as the away team, when you hit the way the Coconuts have tonight, you get to see a lot of banana balls and a lot of plate appearances. Fiver! Whew. Heck of a play to even make that close. Infield single to begin the inning from Brett Carson, his 3rd base knock.
Brett, I'll be candid with you. From a strictly competitive standpoint, everyone in that Loco Beach clubhouse prefers to be the visiting team. You get the opportunity.
Golden batter for Loco Beach, AJ.
To earn the equalizer and do something like this.
The golden batter rule. Hitting in place of Sal Jacobo is the great Dane Tofflin.
Well, if you're going to use anybody in this situation, use it or lose it, right, with the golden batter. Why not bring up the guy who's hit .419 entering today, Dane Tofflin.
The great Dane gets a chance to don the golden helmet. The runner on in front of him and already 3 runs of a nice insurance policy. Mark Crocco wants more. Why not? Get greedy. Add to an already offensive onslaught of a performance.
You know, Salamander does have a couple of hits, which is who Dane Tofflin is hitting in place of here as the golden batter. Everything has went Loco Beach's way tonight. Tailgaters walked it off in the 1st and 3rd. From the 4th forward, man. Tailgaters have just 1 run. Coconuts have plated 9 and from the 4th on. Ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, 11 total runs for Loco Beach. I think it's safe to say that's typically a recipe for success.
You'd think. Huh?
Something like that.
Yeah. Learn you something here, boy. Ball and 2 from Donnie. JB. Out number 1. Only play was at first. Jordan Marth makes a great play. Maybe wondering if you're just joining us, why Tanner Allen was not the golden batter. Well, Tanner cramped up after his single in the 8th. Did get word from Rex Castile. Walking, feeling fine, walked down the locker room, just trying to get some fluids in him at this point. So Tanner's doing all good for those wondering at home. Gideon, 1-0. And Tail, I feel like a broken record, but it's true. Also has a multi-hit ball game tonight for Loco Beach.
It's been that kind of night. A plate party, everyone's invited.
Oh, pass ball. Brett Carson pats his chest. Did get the best read on the dirt ball, so he stays at 2nd. Sure glad the Tailgaters won the Open, I'll tell you that much.
Isn't that something, though? I mean, like, it was so interesting last night. Obviously, hyper-competitive. Everyone wants to win. But the Tailgaters in the back of their mind know that this means a lot more to Loco Beach than it does to them.
Ooh, called strike. Gideon had some gripes tonight with that strike zone, to say the least. Where was this one at? Maybe the outer half. Shallow center. Indeed. Out number 2. What's on your mind, AJ Slide? Take you just keep staring at me.
You look really good in that pearl snap.
Thanks, man. You told me you didn't know what a pearl snap was before you met me.
I still don't really, to be
so
honest.
You see these snaps on here, these buttons, looks like a little pearl. Call them pearl snaps.
Is that a Texas thing?
And you can purchase them anywhere. I've purchased pearl snaps in like 5 or 6 different states, but yes, it is in large part tied to Texas. Grady Morgan, who we mentioned came in defensively for Tanner Allen. This is Tanner's spot in the top of the order. Grady getting his first plate appearance of the weekend, but not his first action. Was the designated fielder last night for the Coconuts. Wow. 2-1 count. I have no idea where the strike's at. Doesn't matter. Shallow left. tailing towards foul territory. Waddy has to bail on it. Looked like that one hit off a net down there in the left field. Yep.
Just ran out of real estate. I find it funny for whatever reason that Brett Carson ran all the way in to score on that. Must have just never had a read on it, but that's good hustle. He's doing everything he can to carve out a role in this lineup, and it's proving worthy.
Insurance standing at second. Full count. Hey, Biff's in the chat. Chat that. Party Animals ain't playing tonight, so you need to hop over here on the Tailgaters YouTube channel. You know Biff was in the dugout last night at the Yankee Stadium? Big timer, man. Ball four sprint. Will Plate. Another run/point here in the ninth as the Coconuts take a 6-2 lead.
And it's no longer a save situation, which has me keeping an eye on the bottom of the ninth. Wouldn't be surprised to see pitching coach Andy Morales want to give C.J. Williams the night off and a little bit of rest ahead of tomorrow's series finale. We may see someone else come into the ninth inning for the first time ever in the history of the Loco Beach Coconuts.
C.J. Williams is throwing down there in the bullpen. I mean, why not just give Keegan James another inning of work? He has had one multi-inning appearance this year. This one goes to the backstop. Grady Morgan advances up 90 feet.
And that gets even more interesting when you look at what he did in the Colorado Rockies farm system. He was not a one-inning guy. He was an inning eater. He'd be brought out of the bullpen to pick up 3-4 innings of work. He knows he can stretch himself out. It's just a matter of, will they give him the ball again?
Largest deficit that the Tailgaters have faced this year. Also the biggest lead that the Coconuts have had in their existence. Yep, that's right.
The lead just got even bigger. Ben Parker works a 4-pitch ball 4 sprint. Brings in Grady Morgan with ease. It's a 7-2 ball game at the beach. The Coconuts have scored 13 runs. It accounts for 7 points. And if you're not going loco, I don't know how much more of a reason we have to give you.
So now, this is the largest lead the Coconuts have ever had in their existence.
Thanks, Brett.
Largest deficit that the Tailgaters have not only ever had this year, but now in their existence. How about that for history? Josh Delevsky, I know you're watching in the Big Apple, eating that up. Yep. I'm not. Wow. Ball on a strike. The only thing keeping me sane is A.J. Swiatek sitting in my lap. True story.
Well, the world gives you plenty of reasons to smile. It's just a silly banana ball game. At the end of the day, all 7,000 fans, even in Texas, are going to leave with smiles on their face because of the beautiful show we've seen.
3-1. Peter Kolata. Brett Allen facing Dane Tomble for the second time this inning. And a called strike. Tell you what, all the folks are still here in Amarillo as well. Dane, left side, Jordan Barr. Great play. High throw. Matt hops up and back down on the bag. Is finally the ninth inning, top of the ninth, I should say, it's over. 7-2. Final rules.
Which makes this a 7-2 ball game. But we're in the final inning where every run scored counts for a point, which means this game isn't out of reach quite yet. The Tailgaters need a big rally. Amarillo, it's time to gator up because it all comes down to this.
Coming in to pitch for the Coconuts,
number 19. Zach Smith takes the bump. The first ninth inning where the Coconuts have been C.J. Williams-less, and that is because they have garnered a 5-point comfortable lead for Zach Smith. 6 innings of work this season. He's allowed an earned run in each of them. 10 hits, 5 punchies, but such a low leverage spot for Zach Smith because his offense has absolutely torn the cover off of the banana ball and given him a 5-point cushion to sit on here in the 9th. Loco Beach won the equalizer point. Their offense is dominated, and now they're 3 outs away from closing out what would be the most dominant win in the franchise's young history.
Welcome to the 9th inning. The Tailgaters are going to try to do something unprecedented. Score 5 runs here in the 9th.
Got the guy up at the plate that you want to start that rally.
You know, they were down by 4 in game 2 in Frisco. Played at 2 against this guy, Zach Smith. Had the go-ahead run on base in the 9th inning. Kyle Martin, deep right field! And it's gone! That's a big step in the right direction. Welcome to the action. Home run number 5 in 2026 for Kmart. The new league leader here in the Banana Ball Championship League. He runs through the A gap. Tailgaters now trail by 4. Rex Castillo grab it.
Kmart running through the defense and smash a homer. What's it like to be that strong and hit a homer like that in this ballpark?
Man, we're elevated here, so I can't take all the credit, but that was a good one. That was a good one for sure.
Hey, bats are waking up, boys. Let's see what the rest of the 9th inning has.
Still a long game ahead.
I told you I had my yard card on him tonight. Told you.
True story.
I told all y'all. JB hits it out that way, a little bit too high to get out of here. Gideon, out number 1.
Regardless of what Kyle Martin just told you at home, I'm going to assure you there is not a long game ahead. There are 2 outs between Loco Beach and a 6th win this season, a 2nd straight win against the Texas Tailgaters. And it's still a 4-point lead here for Zach Smith and company, with Taylor Justice taking over at the plate.
1-0. Be interesting to get some guys on here. It's obviously what we want to see here. Folks in Amarillo want to see it. The only people not here that want to see it, if you're wearing tin and orange.
Yeah, I've got my feet up on the desk.
Ball and 2 strikes now. I'd love to see it come.
I just want to surf to this luau. We got some tiki torches lit. Virgin margaritas flowing.
Right, because you're not old enough to drink. Ball and 2 strikes. Tailing towards foul.
Bring a glove.
Good. Very good, AJ. Zach Smith trying to secure win number 6 on the year for the Coconuts. Back-to-back and would win the first 3-game series of the year for Loco Beach and of their existence. The Tailgaters have only ever played 1 3-game series in their existence. It was in Reno, Nevada last year when they got swept by the Party Animals. This is their first of 2026 and the first since that series in Reno. Taylor just continues to fight them all. Gosh, can I put a comeback out into the existence of this world after Kyle Martin gave all of us Tailgaters some hope? 9th pitch in coming to this AB. Ooh, we'll see number 10.
I mean, the Coconuts have proven that any comeback is possible. So they know that they've got to continue to keep the foot on the gas because they've proven against all the teams in this league, you're never out of a game in the sport of banana ball.
Grubb's never out of it. Taylor, again tailing towards foul territory. Out of play, not caught live fan. Not a glove in sight. Tailgaters won the 1st and 3rd innings. Taylor Justice again sprays it to right field. Getting Antle has it for out number 2. 1 out away here for Loco Beach. Again, Tailgaters won first and third innings. Coconuts won the second, the fifth, the sixth, and the 8th. Played it 2 more in the ninth. And won the Equalizer Point en route to a touchdown.
We got a football score.
That's
7-3
right.
game.
Happy NFL draft.
We are in Texas.
That concluded earlier today. Macadoodle, the final hope here for Texas. 0-1. Down to their final strike. Ashby trying to get the people clapping here in Amarillo. I don't think he realizes he's in Texas. Yep, did not oblige. The 0-2.
He got him. Zach Smith slams the door. The Loco Beach Coconuts win their first ever 3-game series, and they only need 2 to secure it. It's a pair of victories to kick off their series against the Tailgaters right here in Amarillo, Texas. Let's go Loco, baby. 7-3 your final. The Coconuts dominate from start to finish. Pitching, defense, offense. It was all clicking for Mark Crocco's crew. And the Loco Beach Coconuts don't need a comeback tonight. After a miracle an evening ago, tonight, anything but. The Coconuts can hang with anyone in this league, and they've knocked off the Open champions on back-to-back nights.
To 3. Boys in teal and orange. Boys from the beach. The crazy guys, they might even be called, here from Loco Beach, take their first ever 3-game series. Winning last night, 6-4. Tonight, here's 7-3. On the backs, very big man. The biggest, the largest. No, not Tyler Porter. A man who throws left-handed. He's close to 300 pounds. He played for Joe Mikulik in the minor leagues. And he's one of the very hardest throwing pitchers in all of Banana. He's a food.
As if you couldn't tell where he was going with that.
Not yet, AJ. We cannot say his name. We have to wait. We're waiting for Rex Castillo to find him. Rex, it seems as if you have located the Meatball.
We did find the Meatball on Loco Beach, and he's our showman of the night. Joe coming in here, throwing heat on the mound, and you guys win the first series in the brief existence of the Loco Beach Coconuts. What does this mean for this franchise and now moving forward to try and shut things out?
You know, obviously after getting bummed from the Open, right, it kind of took the wind out of our sails, but getting a couple wins in a row here, back after the break is huge for us. You know, obviously team morale, things are a lot easier and things go well when you win, but, you know, most importantly, coming out here with the boys, you know, having a great time, entertaining the fans, right? That's what it's all really about. We wouldn't have jobs if it weren't for the people in the seats, and we know that. So being able to go out here and battle with the guys, you know, I got eight guys.
Bro, you're awesome, man. I love this guy.
What does that mean from the opposing head coach, a guy that you played with at Frisco, to give that kind of praise?
Hey, Mick's great, man. Everybody here, you know, all the coaches that are in this league are grade A people. But Mick, he holds a special place in my heart, no doubt. I went to war with that guy for a lot of years, and you know, I hold him in highest regards.
Now, does this build momentum going into the rest of the season? No breaks now. Could the Loco Beach Coconuts build off this?
We're gonna battle our butts off. There's no doubt about it, right? Anytime someone plays us, they're in for a dogfight, and I think the league knows that. But yeah, I mean, building momentum off of good wins and having a great time while doing it is what this game's all about.
This Banana Ball backstage question might be perfect for you. 11-year-old Spencer wants to know, what is your favorite pizza topping and why?
All right, so it's sausage, mushroom, and garlic.
I'm not going to argue with Joe. That sounds absolutely fantastic. And a victory pizza as well. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you, Ryan.
Guys, back to you.
No meatballs on the pizza. That's what I'm shocked about, Meatball. No meatballs as his favorite topping. AJ, he was great today.
He was phenomenal. Joe Meatball Filomeno was giving himself a number of reasons to slap that stomach. A trick pitch, his first trick play of the season, but he did it so well. Why not do it again? He gets a little comebacker to the hill for a second trick play of the night. Joe Filomeno helped secure a couple of points for Loco Beach, really a third if you count the equalizer. He had it going on from start to finish.
Joe Filomeno, Meatball. Man, we love here in Banana Bowl, and he is so beloved in his locker room for the Loco Beach Coconuts. You see that. 2 points earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 trick plays, and he did eat more steak than me and AJ. Keegan Woods, our director, who cut that video. Oh, you're such a goober back in Savannah. 7-3, Loco Beach wins it tonight. I mean, they just outplayed the Tailgaters straight up. Trick plays, hits, runs. Absolutely incredible ball game tonight. That moves towards tomorrow. Obviously, for Loco Beach, getting back to 500 after the weekend that was Charleston, getting swept by the Clowns, after the weekend that was the Banana Bowl Open where the Coconuts were not there, this weekend, having that off weekend, a chance to go for a sweep, not just a 2-game, a 3-game sweep for the first time in their existence.
To me, this speaks so much to Loco Beach's mentality, right? After missing the Banana Bowl Open, being in pole position to get there, just having to beat the Clowns once, the team comes back with vengeance. Loco Beach has been waiting for this weekend for 2 weeks straight now, and it's clear that that mentality is what is going to carry this team to where they want to go this season. Mark Crocco has instilled a vision in this group. Everyone's bought in, and I'm going to remind you guys at home, I want you to look deep inside your heart and then look a little bit further. There's Loco Beach. There's that love. It's really beaten now. It's giving you a reason to go Loco. I want you to smile, make others smile, and spread love and joy. That's what Loco Beach is all about. The wins, that's just gravy on top of the pudding.
The biggest win when it comes to points in the young existence of Loco Beach, the second largest loss in the history of the Texas Tailgaters. The biggest coming in Frisco last year against the Party Animals, 8-2. So the second, I mean, this is just a historic game. Loco Beach, BTA, look up what that means if you're a young one at home, don't. So, I mean, it's exactly what it was for the Coconuts tonight. Absolute domination. So tomorrow, Loco Beach goes for the sweep. The Tailgaters try to spoil that. 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central Time, here from the Yellow Rose of Texas. For everyone, our wonderful crewman in Savannah, led by our director, Keegan Woods. For Mohawk Mike, absolute hooper of a producer, AJ Swiatek, and our executive producer, Josh Richardson. I'm Brett Loftus, telling you, despite the result, Gator up.
Let's go Loco, baby. That's a series win.